And good evening to you, ladies and gentlemen, from Champlin Park High School, where tonight QCTV and QCTV.com, YouTube, everywhere, brings you more 6A football action, as tonight it's the 3-2 Blaine Bengals taking on the 2-3 Champlin Park Rebels. Hello, everybody. I'm Tim Anderson. I'll be joined alongside our play-by-play guy for the evening, Steve Thompson, in just a moment. But this game is going to be a really interesting one tonight. Blaine comes in here a little up and down, kind of hard to predict. They came out and they handled St. Michael Albertville to open the season, then took a tough loss, then came back and had a great win against Centennial, only to show up to Anoka and have a really tough loss where they kind of sleptwalked through three quarters before finally getting going. And then last week taking a tough loss to Maple Grove. They're 3-2 coming into the season, or coming into this game tonight. They need this one to get right this evening. For Champlin Park, it was a tough start to the season. They were down players, but they've responded in recent weeks, playing a little bit better the last few. Last week, lost to Maple Grove. No shame in that. Pretty much everybody has lost to Maple Grove this year and lost by a big number. They're looking at this game tonight as the game that's going to get them back to 500 and get them into the chase inside this 6A conference, trying to get themselves towards section playoffs and get the best seeding they can possibly get. They're led by quarterback Preston Telke. He's back in the lineup tonight. Should be really interesting to watch how he plays. I haven't seen him play yet this year. He played for the first time just a few weeks ago. I'm interested to watch him play tonight. I'm also interested to watch Sam Shaughnessy on the other side for Blaine. It's going to be the battle of the quarterbacks tonight. Can't wait to see how it plays itself out. We're going to go to the intro and then up to our play-by-play guy, Steve Thompson, in just a moment.
Good evening and welcome to Rebels Stadium. It's a great night for football. Here we are, week number 6, number 8 Blaine at 3-2 against 2-3 Champlin Park, and the Rebels ready to come onto the gridiron. Blaine's already lined up for the anthem. Steve Thompson along with Tim Anderson, and this is about as good as it gets.
Yeah, you borrowed him your motorcycle, which was really nice of you to do that, Steve, but yeah, this is obviously one of the great things that we do in the area. Champlin Park has a great pregame warm-up. They get everybody excited. And this motorcycle little ride on is always fun. So they're just getting everything ready to go, and we'll be just about ready to play football here in a minute. And as I said in the intro there, Steve, and I think you would agree, big game for these two teams. This is really a separation night. 3-2 Anoka against 3-2 Centennial. They're playing tonight. This is a 3-2 versus a 2-3 team. We could see some real separation or even more bunching at the end of the night tonight.
And goal number 1 is to finish with a winning regular season. I mean, for both of these teams finishing 3-6 a year ago, both were bounced from the first round of the playoffs in 6A. So winning record, job 1, and Blaine, they're getting some respect. Ranked number 8 in the latest 6A poll.
Well, you know, when they've played well, beating a team like Centennial, I mean, that's not nothing. I mean, they've had some good wins on the record this year, but they remind me a little bit of my team from Anoka because they also have some really inexplicable losses on the record, right? That loss to Anoka, where they basically were bounced from the minute that game started, was a head scratcher. I think a lot of people who thought that Blaine team coming in was like, oh, that game's going to be really close and really good, and it really wasn't all that competitive. I think they're waiting to see what Blaine team we get tonight.
Champlin Park, meanwhile, came out of the gate, got beat by Anoka in that matinee due to bad weather. Then they got thumped by Maple Grove, won 2 in a row over Osseo and Coon Rapids, and then dropped a low-scoring game at St. Michael Albertville in a chance for the Rebels to get to 500. It's anthem time here at Rebels Stadium. And we've got Blaine and Champlin Park coming up after the anthem.
The Marching Rebels, Steve, with the national anthem. Good job by them tonight. They sound great.
And they've got a big halftime show, and hopefully we can see a part of that as well tonight. Well, the matchup, Blaine, they love to run the football. The Bengals, 229 yards per game. And the guy who can run it and throw it, and he is a huge part of this offense, is quarterback Sam Shaughnessy.
Boy, yeah, he's been fantastic. And the one thing, when we watched him last year, he was playing corner and wide receiver, but we noticed, boy, he could take a game over with his speed when he got in the open field. And now from this quarterback position, he has become that sort of all-purpose speed player that they need on offense, and he really can do it all. They're going to have to really key on him everywhere he goes tonight. Wouldn't be surprised if he's got a spy the entire night defensively.
Meanwhile, the Rebels, they throw for just over 100 yards a game, 103.4 to be exact. Meanwhile, they rush for 140 yards per game. So it's unusual in 2024 when you have two run-first teams, but that's what we've got tonight.
It is what we have tonight, so it could lead to a fast game. And also keep an eye to see who comes out hot and forces the other team to play left-handed. Who has to throw if they get down 14-0? I think what we've seen from both teams is that when they're trailing, it's not the position of strength for them. They can't necessarily come back on teams easily because then they're forced to throw, and it takes them out of what they want to do.
So to kick it off for the Rebels here in the 40-yard line, they're wearing navy, Blaine, and their road white with powder blue pants.
Very sharp.
On.
Both teams very sharp in the uniforms.
Yeah, good look tonight. Kicking it off is Evan Swanstrom, 40-yard line. Bit of a breeze at his back, and we're ready to go. And the key return man is Caden Lewaggy. And Lewaggy right up the middle of the field with running room actually to the outside at the 40, still on his feet, still going over midfield, out of bounds over at the 40-yard line. So Lewaggy, a big return, and Blaine in Rebels territory.
Yeah, the senior wide receiver gets a chance at kick return, and again, it's all because that stiff arm right there was pretty sweet at the end of this, but he was able to find that seam, get a good block, and he was able to turn it upfield quickly. And that's all you're trying to do on the kickoff is don't commit a penalty and try to create an avenue for your kick returner. Mission accomplished.
So they will start in Rebel territory officially at the 43-yard line. And Sam Shaughnessy, we mentioned him, 97 carries, 697 yards, 5 touchdowns on the ground through the air, 39 of 66, 532 yards, 4 TDs, and 2 picks this year. And Shaughnessy, he'll throw it, but he loves to run it even more. And they're going to hand it off on the end around. There's running room 35-30, and stepping out of bounds over there for the Blaine Bengals is Zach Larson, the running back. He started over on the left, came over to the right side, and a Bengal first down.
Yeah, they unbalanced themselves. They stacked themselves to the near side and then brought the running back in motion and led to a nice little toss play. And that's, again, you're expecting Shaughnessy to do something on first down. You run a little motion play, kick it to your tailback, and give him something.
Gain of 13, and here's Shaughnessy, quarterback draw up the middle, spin move, still on his feet, 20, 15, 10, still on his feet, inside the 5, hauled down near the 2-yard line. Big run there by Shaughnessy. What a spin move near the line of scrimmage. It got him free, and that is a gain of 28, first and goal.
You kind of see Blaine in a nutshell here. Watch this, very patient, little stutter step spin, but then the speed right here. He just turns it into another gear, and he is upfield in a hurry. Beautiful play by Shaughnessy.
And they go near the end zone, stopped short. They tried the left side. Shaughnessy, he maybe got a yard down to the 1-yard line, or between the 1 and the 2.
It's a running team, Steve, but there's a lot of eye candy pre-snap. Moving guys in motion, spreading them out, going shotgun, going pistol, doing lots of different things.
It is second down and goal, 1-yard line, ball in the far hash. Here's Shaughnessy. He'll hand it off, and walking into the end zone for the touchdown is the running back, Zach Larson, his 4th of the year. And Blaine has an early 6-0 lead.
That's the formula for the Blaine Bengals. Get a short field off the kick return, couple of big running plays from Larson and then from Shaughnessy, and you punch it in for the quick score. Lightning strikes for the Blaine Bengals early. They're up 6-0.
4 plays and 105, extra point pending, snap, spot, and kick. No good, and it is 6-0 Blaine, and they had it on a short field goal, 43 yards once again in 4, and that was easy.
Very easy. There's not a lot of resistance met there from this Champlin Park defense on that first possession. Blaine fans letting the Champlin Park folks know how easy it was. But now for Champlin Park, it's time for a reset, right? You gave up the big kick return. It just totally got Blaine in a position where they could run everything they wanted. Whole playbook was open to them. And, of course, those early scripted plays, those design plays, those planned plays, of course they're going to be successful with that. Now you got to come and answer on your side.
So the Rebels are going to get it. Kicking it off for the Blaine Bengals is going to be Jared Killen, a senior wearing number 41. He'll have it teed up for a hash. And the key return man is George for Champlin Park wearing number 32, and he'll be all alone inside the 10-yard line down to our right. Once again, a very slight breeze that the flag in the north end zone hanging limp. Here's George. He'll grab it at the 5 and fall down and fumble it, but he is down there. Once again, knee down, so Champlin Park's going to start in the shadow of their own goal line.
You could see that coming a mile away. That kick was a spinner right through the air, and that was going to be a tough one for George to handle because he had to run up on it as it was dying. And you know when a kick returner has to run up on a ball, the chances for a fumble are rather high. He's able to cover up on it, but now they're they're playing a long field, not behind the chains per se, but when you're 1st and 10 at the 9-yard line, not a ton of options here on first down.
Here's Tilke, the quarterback. Preston Tilke wearing number 1, 30 of 52, 337 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks this year. 2 running backs, and he'll drop back. Has a little time now, scrambling out of there, still on the move. To the 15, steps out of bounds near the 17-yard line. So a pretty nifty run by Tilke to kind of keep that play alive, and now it's 2nd down and short.
Now, I know they don't throw it a ton necessarily, Steve, but Tilke has the ability to throw it. He throws a nice deep ball, and you have to respect it when he steps up in that passing formation and he steps up in the pocket and wants to throw it. But then you got to respect his legs because he can take off and move just like he did there. We'll be back in a second.
That's not good. Yeah, we're done.
Hopefully somebody will kick us back on here in a second.
I don't know. There's power. There's power here.
We have power. Oh, here we go.
And we are back, and the Rebels get the first down. They run it out to the 23-yard line, and their first down. So they started at their own 9, 1st down and 10. Tilke, 2 running backs beside him, and this is going to be Austin Tucker. Tucker, short gain off the right side. It'll be a 2nd down, and the ball comes out to the 25-yard line. Actually, 24-yard line, just to gain a 1 on the play.
Good answer here. Good answer by Champlin Park here since coming out. You have to start 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. Now you've already gotten yourself out of the kind of the shadow of your own goal line. Now you can run some different stuff.
Tyler Wagner set up near side. He's the wide receiver wearing number 15. Quarterback Tilke, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And he's going to sprint out to the right. This is just a quarterback keeper all the way. He'll sprint over the 35, the 40, the 50. Still on his feet, steps out of bounds in Blaine territory. Inside the 50-yard line, big gainer, and that was a run all the way.
You wonder if it was a run all the way, but it certainly Tilke makes it look this way. Watch how he's going to spread out, and then he sees the pressure, and he's gone. We talked about Shaughnessy speed on the first possession. Preston Tilke can really move as well once he gets to the outside, and he had tons of room once he turned the corner.
Gain of 31. This drive started at the 9-yard line. So the Rebels on the move into Blaine territory here.
The quarterback's on display early, Steve, just like we thought.
Yeah, Tilke just sprinted around that right side, was able to beat the defense trying to stay at home. And there's a short gainer right up the middle. Not much doing there. Line of scrimmage maybe, and that's the running back, Austin Tucker. 26 carries, 176 yards, and a touchdown coming in. It'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure on that defense to come up and make big plays. Got to keep your eye on guys like Avery Lowry-Simpson up front, Shoren Nelson. That interior defensive line for the Bengals.
Wide receivers left and right. Second down and 10. Tilke straight back. Right over the middle. It's caught near a first down at the 34-yard line. Should be a first down. Jeremiah Schaefer with the grab. His 11th reception of the year coming in. 10 for 144. Move the sticks.
That's a nice little play right there. Get your tight end involved. Get him an opportunity to make a play.
4 first downs already. Make that 3 first downs already on this drive. That started at the 9-yard line. 6-0 Blaine, but Champlin Park on the march. And this has been a good mix.
Now you have to respect the pass. Definitely. You got to be aware that that's possible with Tilke in the shotgun.
Tilke takes a snap. He's going to roll out right. Gets a block from his running back, Tucker, and gets inside the 30 to the 27-yard line before he's finally hauled down back there. And he was wrapped up by that Blaine defensive secondary. Actually, linebacker Austin Matson coming in with 18 tackles this year, but still a solid gain of almost 7.
I thought that was going to be designed pass. I'm sure it was a one read and go type thing for Preston Tilke. Once he rolled out, it was like, hey, if he's there, throw it, but if not, go. And he decided to take off and run, and it ended up working out nicely. Get 7 yards.
It is second down. Tilke all alone in the backfield. Tucker goes in motion from the slot. Tilke tries to get to the edge, and he got wrapped up. Outstanding defensive play by the Blaine Bengals pursuing that. No gain, third down.
Yeah, I think it's a designed run. They bring Tucker in motion, and I think he's meant to be the lead block, but he's not able to get a hat on anybody as he's able to turn the corner. Tilke had nowhere to really go, and you needed the running back there to get that first block made so that Preston Tilke can make a move around the end.
So a gigantic third down for Champlin Park here on their opening drive. Coming up on 7 to go in the quarter. Now running backs either side of Tilke. Menso split out to the left. And they're going to hand it off. Trying the end around. Diving forward, not getting much there is Tucker. Maybe gained a yard. Now it sets up decision time here.
Yeah, I think you probably end up going for it. And I'm never a fan, per se, of running to the outside on 3rd and short. I mean, unless you know you're going for it on 4th down. Because it's just too easy to chase down on the outside. Unless you have a real speed burner to try to get around the edge. That defense, those secondary guys, those linebackers on the outside, they're just so fast. I would have almost taken my chances up the middle.
3 runs in a row. 2 runs in a row, no gain. 4th down. Ball at the 28-yard line. Huge play early in this game. Tilke calls his own number. Cuts it back. First down. More. Inside the 25 to the 21-yard line. And that was a quarterback keeper all the way. And another first down.
And the USA out of the Champlin Park fans super excited about that. And I like this play. Watch this little cutback move, little sweep move.
And we're back at it inside the 25, near the 15. Handoff right up the middle, simple play. Tucker, and a good gain on first down. And I think Champlin Park will take that every time right up the gut.
Absolutely. Apologize for any technical issues we may be having here on the broadcast so far tonight, but we're getting them worked out. Nice run here by Champlin to keep it alive. Setting up a nice 2nd and short. And again, this is when you stay ahead of the chains. It gets real easy.
Gain of 6, officially 2nd down and 4. The quarterback Tilke, the running back Tucker. Tilke straight back, slant over the middle, in the hands and out. Big hit put on in the defensive backfield there.
And that's Gilk they're trying to get it to. And Gilk's a big target. They like throwing it to him when they get the opportunity, especially on those slants because, again, it's good chemistry he has with Tilke. Those kind of pass plays and those kind of routes need that type of chemistry. That time defense was really good for Blaine.
Scoreboard says 3rd down and 5 at the 16-yard line.
It's a short 5, I would say, right?
Yeah,
Wouldn't you call it that?
Here we go again. Tilke once again on Austin Tucker to his right. 2 wide receivers right for the Rebels. Play action. Tilke rolling to the right. Throws on the run over the middle at the 5.
Incomplete.
And good defense there by the Blaine Bengals. That was Potvin on the coverage, and that is outstanding defense. He was all over that to safety.
And the Blaine Bengal fans like that because they were going for Gilk again, and the defense has been good 2 times in a row looking for Luke Gilk. And now they'll maybe kick a field goal here.
And on to try the kick, Evan Swanstrom. And they're going to tee it up at the 23, so a 33-yard attempt for Swanstrom here. Holder Brady Schornstein,
who was playing quarterback to start the season.
That's right, when Tilke was on the shelf. Snap, spot, kick, plenty of leg. It is up, and it is good.
Wow.
33.
That would have been good from 43, 45. That's a leg right there. Good job by the kicker.
Evan Swanstrom bangs it home. Yeah, plenty of leg.
You don't see a ton of high school kickers that have that kind of technique, form, and leg and timing. But definitely that's the case with Swanstrom, and that's a weapon. I like the fact that Coach Keenan felt the confidence to give him that shot in that spot, get points. Those 4th down and shorts can often be the things that stall drives and change games. So to get some points there is a big deal.
13 plays. That drive goes 91 yards for the 33-yard field goal. So an impressive answer for Champlin Park after giving up the long return and a relatively easy touchdown to Blaine. They get points, and now they're down by 3, and will kick it off. Once again, Evan Swanstrom to kick it off. And their key return guy, Caden Lawangi.
He wanted a fast first quarter.
Big return.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Lawaghe returns it just shy of the 30-yard line, so the Rebels do a much better job on their second kickoff coverage of the game. And now they will start much deeper in their own territory. Their first drive of the game started at the Rebels 43.
So that's a good adjustment already for Champlin Park, right? I mean, now at least you held them back this time. You forced them to start on their side of the field. Now we'll see what Sam Shaughnessy can do when he's got to work with about 70 yards.
So here's Shaughnessy, loves to run it. And he is in trouble in the backfield. Now he's going to throw out of there, and that's got to be grounding.
I don't know. He got out of the box. I think he's out of the pocket, out of the tackle box. And
but
so
there was no one near.
That's true. But
I
think
was no one near that.
If the high school rule is similar to the pro rule or college rule, if he gets away from the tackle box, then you can throw it away.
Yeah.
Which is the only thing I'm thinking of is the rule.
Yeah, he tried to run, was in big trouble. Good pursuit by that Champlin Park Rebels defense. Brownell, Aguntu.
Yeah, they definitely
Bruggers.
sniffed out that fake.
Yeah, they were all over him. And now it's Shaughnessy again. Shaughnessy fakes right, goes left, right up the middle, and powers his way out to the 35-yard line. And that'll set up 3rd down and reasonable.
I love how low to the ground Shaughnessy gets on that one as you get a look at Swanstrom waiting for his next opportunity. But, I mean, he ducked way behind the pads of his center to get ahead and pick up those 6-7 yards.
There's no doubt as quarterback, he is option number 1. Zach Blyerson, though, did get the touchdown run from 1 yard out. And Shaughnessy takes the snap. He's going to run it again. Tries to get outside. He's in trouble. Thrown down back at the 30-yard line. Outstanding defense by the Champlin Park Rebels. All over that one. Will Agunti. He had that measured.
Young sophomore. He's getting held on to at the offensive line as it was Jerome Eichley hanging on for dear life. But Agunti's so fast. And again, if you're not going to throw the ball, though, the play-action stuff's not going to work. The defense is going to pin their ears back and come at you. You have to, at some point, throw it just to keep the defense honest. Champlin Park's not fooled right now.
Schloman to punt for Blaine. 3 and out, just what the Rebels wanted. Snap is good. He's going to throw out of there. Man wide open at the 40. Fake punt. 50, 40. All the way down to the 30-yard line. Player wide open, Caden Clark.
What a gutsy call by head coach Mike Law for the Blaine Bengals. In your own zone at the 16-yard line, get a fake punt. They get the perfect look, and they make the right call, and it leads to a huge gain. Clearly, you're going to the line of scrimmage saying, if we see this, we're running this play, and I'm sure the punter saw exactly what he was looking for and made that call.
Gain of 39 on the play. Here's Larson, end around. Nice gain, very near a first down. 39-yard gain on the fake punt. And that is the punter, Schloman. And a good throw to Clark, but he was wide open, nobody near him.
I think that's your credit to film study there, Steve, because if you see something on special teams, that's usually when you put plays like this in.
Here's Shaughnessy, and it was a gain of 9. Down to the 22-yard line. 2nd down and 1 yard to go for the Bengals. They'll shovel it out. Here's Larson, left side, turns the corner, 15, still on his feet. Powers his way near the 10-yard line before he's finally hauled down. And now the Bengals looked like they were going to go 3 and out. Not so fast.
A couple of big plays, and I think that's where your running offense can be successful, when you can at least put the threat of the option in there. That time quarterback had a chance to take it, opts to go to the running back instead. They get a gain out of it. Using more of those option looks.
Shaughnessy over on the far hash. Empty backfield. Man goes in motion. Shaughnessy keeps it, and he is met and dropped immediately. Michael Bruggers blew that up.
Yeah, Bruggers makes a great play. And in trying to eat up Shaughnessy on this read option, you can see he's keying on somebody on the defense, whether it's that middle linebacker or it's the outside linebacker. He's trying to key on something there, and he saw what he wanted to keep it.
Still first quarter, 1:35 to go. Blaine on the march. They lose 2 at 2nd down and 12. Ball at the 13-yard line. Shaughnessy has a play, trips to the right, 1 to the left. And the running back is Larson. He'll go behind Larson, and then he gets slammed out of bounds. Maybe got a yard on the play, but outstanding pursuit by the Rebels defensively over there again. Agunti, another nice play.
You're asking a lot from Shaughnessy, though, right here to take these kinds of hits. That's a designed quarterback run to the outside. Doesn't even consider a toss right there or an option. That is all the quarterback. And unfortunately, there was nobody there to give him a block.
Yeah, no gain on that play. 3rd down and 12 now. And goes in motion from right to left. There's still trips to the right side. Shaughnessy into the end zone. Almost caught in that back corner of the end zone. That was quite a throw. Teeden almost hauled it in. Teeden was the player who went motion to the left side, lobbed up to the corner, and look at this. Teeden gets a hand on it.
This is a good little play call. I like this. Fade plays are often a little scary to me, but I like the fact that you're trying to throw and change the defense a little bit. Now the defense has to respect that. If you bring the wide receiver in motion like that, you have to think they could throw it over the top. And now Blaine's going to try to kick a field goal.
By the way, Fitch on coverage. Nice job. 4th down and long. This is a 29-yard attempt. Plenty of leg, and that is good. So we have a 33-yarder for the Rebels, a 29-yarder for the Bengals, and now Blaine leads at 9-3.
Yeah, you missed the extra point, but you come right back and make the big field goal, and now you're up 9-3. It's been a pretty interesting first quarter with 1:08 to go, we've seen both teams now moving up and down the field on the defense and not using a ton of trickery, right? It's just a lot of running and maybe some option stuff, maybe some eye candy, but it's pretty much running the ball.
Here's another one I like, Tim. No penalties.
Yeah, very clean first quarter so far.
Been
Really
good.
impressive.
No turnovers, no penalties. Blaine, some big plays, particularly that opening kickoff return that set him up on a short field. Larson, a 1-yard touchdown run, point after no good, 6-0. Champlin Park answers. They go 81 or 91 for a 33-yard field goal, 6-3. Blaine answers right back, 9-3 is still quarter number 1. And the Bengals are going to kick it off. And the kicker is Jared Killen. And Killen puts a leg to it over to the far sideline. George at the 7. Has some running room. 30. Powers his way to the 35-yard line. And that's where Champlin Park will start. 1st and 10. Good return by George. Now we'll see if the Rebels can answer again.
Be interested to see kind of what these first couple of plays will be for Champlin Park coming out this time. They show a lot of looks with Tilke on that first one where it looked like Tilke might want to throw, and then he ended up tucking and running. We'll see if this time they set up some quick passes, something easy, maybe do some play action, or if they want to try to get their running back involved with like Reese George.
So here is Tilke and a running back to his right. They do the double shift, wing back, right side. That is Gilk over there. So far a favorite target. And this is, I think that's George wearing 32. George, a ball carrier there. Reese George, a junior. Not much off the right side. 2nd down and 9.
George was getting the ball a ton early in the season. That time running off to the strong side on Luke Gilk, trying to just run behind his shoulder on his block, and just, again, not able to turn the corner. Bengals sniff that out. Try to force 2nd and long.
And the Rebels have to be thrilled with that opening drive and what they were able to do and go 91 and get points. That isn't easy.
Certainly not for an not for an offense that doesn't get things done through the air, right? You need a big running play.
Here's Tilke, hands to George, right side again. Dives for the 40-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and 5. Pretty nice move. Just found a seam and dove forward.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be a 1-yard gain, maybe a no gain. But George does a nice job of keeping his legs moving and looking for a hole and then diving forward, not allowing to get pushed back. And that's the end of the first quarter.
All right, Champlin Park will have the ball, 3rd down and 5 at their own 40-yard line. When we start quarter number 2, 1 in the books. Blaine on the road at Champlin Park, leading at 9-3 here on QCTV.
Rum River Art Center is your local nonprofit organization located in the Old Milk Factory near downtown Anoka. Our nearly 6,000 square feet of windy and whimsical studio spaces are filled with inspiration. At Rum River Art Center, we embrace individuals of all artistic abilities and focus on the healing aspect of the process over your final product. We pride ourselves in offering classes with a huge variety of mediums at an affordable price. From one-time ceramic wheel throwing classes to multi-week painting courses, from creating at the Art Center to finding us at your local library, we believe art is the catalyst for connecting human beings to each other and themselves. Come visit us or check out our website, rumriverart.com, for more info on classes, galleries, special events, and how you can support the arts in your community.
Here we go, quarter number 2. Blaine at Champlin Park. Rebels have it, 3rd down and 5 at their own 40-yard line. Bengals may have jumped. No flags
Now
yet.
they get it. Now we get it.
And question is, was it the Rebels? Was it the Bengals?
They're trying to say that maybe it was the Rebels who jumped first. That's what the Bengals are pointing to. And I think the Bengals are going to win this because the fans are certainly... Blaine fans are certainly spirited tonight. Both sides are. Good fan sections, good crowds for both.
Yeah, so no penalties in that first quarter, and then we don't get a play run here in quarter number 2.
Yep, it's going to be on Champlin, and that pushes them back. This is tough for them, Steve, because now you got to go 3rd and 10. Forces you into an almost certain passing down on this side of the field.
And you would think, as well as Tilke's run, that they may try and give him the option of throwing on a rollout of some sort. We'll see what transpires. Tilke waiting for it. He's going to roll out left. He's under heat. Throws on the run. Jump ball caught. Tipped at the 50-yard line and caught and run out of bounds over there. And that is Tyler Wagner. What a catch.
It's basically, again, another one-read bootleg, maybe two reads here for Tilke. He might have something underneath, decides to go over the top, and a tip ball and a tip drill, and the big, tall wide receiver Wagner able to win that battle, and that's a big gainer for Champlin Park.
28 to be exact, and now they're in business. First down and 10 at the Bengal 37-yard line. How about that?
You can have success in the passing game here if you're Champlin Park by rolling out Tilke and giving him those options, as you mentioned, Steve, on bootlegs, things like that, where you give him a choice where, hey, the read's not there, tuck it and run. You can be really successful here if you're Champlin Park.
Wagner coming in, one catch, 6 yards. Big gainer there, first and 10 Rebels. Quarter number 2 here at Champlin Park. Tilke going to take that snap. He's going to call his own number and dive inside the 35 to the 34. Short gain on the play. Tackle made by Austin Matson, one of the linebackers.
You get the feeling the first team that can make a defensive stop, might have an advantage in this game. And maybe Blaine realized that when they went for their fake punt in the last drive. They feel like, hey, we've got to stay on the field and we got to try to score as much as humanly possible. Empty the bag of tricks.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Opening minute, quarter number 2. Bengals lead at 9-3 on the road. They're ranked number 8 at 3-2. Rebels 2-3. Tilke fires it out near side. It is caught. Tackled immediately was the Rebels. Preston Mensos. Mensos had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that play took forever to develop, and it was pretty obvious they were going to go to that little bubble screen smoke route on the outside. That just took forever for Tilke to wind his arm up and get it out there. I just think it was a little too easy to read for the Blaine Bengals.
So they dropped 2 on the play. It's 3rd down and 9. And now Rebels love to get the first down, but trying to get it a little bit closer and give their outstanding field goal kicker an opportunity. Evan Swanstrom good already with plenty of leg from 33. Tilke straight back. Steps up, trying to buy time. Downfield, picked off at the 22-yard line. That's intercepted by the Bengals at that 22-yard line. And that one is hauled in there by Zane Van Gilder. Van Gilder with the pick, Bengals ball.
They bring pressure to the Bengals. The first blitz is picked up, but then on the outside, Tilke makes a couple nice moves to step forward, but then as the pressure continues to kind of swarm him in the pocket, he forces a throw that he probably should have just eaten or thrown away. Tries to force one down the field. It worked the last time, and he got the tip ball, not this time.
Here's Shaughnessy going to work. Bengals lead 9-3 off the first turnover of the game. They'll toss it to the outside. Larson for a few, and a flag comes in late.
Late flag could be a late hit or a face mask here is what you might be seeing.
There's the flag on the turf here at Rebels Stadium. Yeah. That is a big one. That hurts.
And that's a big one to go get. Yeah, obviously attack on 15 to that. Immediately changes the field position, puts you at the middle of the field. And again, allows the Blaine Bengals to keep their entire playbook open. They can stay on schedule, run options, run sweeps with Shaughnessy. You can do anything you want as we see the face mask right there. It looks like maybe 52 on the way down for Champlin Park was able to get him, and that was Janadu.
So Janadu with the face mask. Here's Blaine up the middle, still on his feet. Good gain, surging forward on that handoff, and carrying the football there was Fawosher.
Yeah, 5'9", kind of the scat back guy, 5'9", 170, Moise Fawosher. Gives them a speed option, gives them something different out of that backfield.
Fawosher, good solid gain into Rebel territory, 48-yard line. Try the right side, running it again. And now we haven't seen Shaughnessy carry the ball in a while. We hope he's okay because he carried, that is Shaughnessy indeed. That does tuck it under, so he is okay.
And they have to do that, Steve. They've got to get 3 or 4 different guys carrying the ball because you have to be able to take that key off of Shaughnessy every now and again.
He got it down to the 42-yard line. Keena 6, 2nd down and 4. So Fawosher comes into the game. Starting running back Zach Larson got a breather. Empty backfield. And a player goes in motion.
That's Fawosher
again. And it's Fawosher again. 40, and then just gets shoved out of bounds down at the 37-yard line. Champlin Park pursuing. That's Kokar that shoved him out of bounds, but very close to a first down. And I think he'll have it. And he does.
He gives them a little gear here, does Fawosher, right? He comes in with a little bit of speed, gives him that side-to-side speed. Shaughnessy is super fast, but it's nice knowing you have another guy you can go to who's a little lower to the ground, very quick, can turn the corner and hide behind these linemen.
Out of bounds, clock stop, 8:50 to go in the quarter. Fawosher again, he's in trouble. He's going to be thrown down back at the 44-yard line. He may have got only lost a yard on that play. He got hit at the 40-yard line. Good defensive play by Champlin Park. That was Bruggers again.
You wonder if they've got their wires crossed a little bit on that right side of the line for the Bengals because the tackle and the guard went out and tried to block and there was nobody there, so they were blocking air, and Fawosher was swallowed up.
2nd down and 12, ball at the 40-yard line for the Bengals in white. If there is a breeze, it's at their back, but it isn't much. Just a gorgeous night for football. Shaughnessy back, lobs it over the middle. Man wide open, caught, 15-yard line. He'll get hauled down at the 13-yard line, and that is Lawagi.
And that was a dime from Shaughnessy. Watch him just drop this right in the bucket. Perfect little throw, splits the defense, and Lawagi gets himself inside the 15-yard line.
So that is a gain of 27 and a Blaine Bengal first down. Actually, they're going to mark him down, knee down at the 15. So a gain of only 25.
Heading into tonight, Steve, this was a big night. And right now the Bengals are looking like they can do things. We have an injured Champlin Park Rebel on the field as well. That was the corner on the play, looking like it was James Fitch who took that one as he tried to make the tackle. Maple Grove's been awesome this year. If they're 5-0, they've been pretty much unstoppable. But look at that glut of teams at 3-2, Steve. That's what's interesting. Centennial and Anoka are playing tonight. Blaine's playing Champlin Park, obviously. STMA is, I think, against Osseo. Coon Rapids is against Maple Grove tonight. So you're going to see some separation potentially here this evening.
And there are some that would argue that Maple Grove should be number 1, but Lakeville North still holds the number 1 spot. Maple Grove 2, Minnetonka 3. Then Edina and Shakopee 4 and 5 in the rankings overall. And it feels like the eventual state champion will come out of that group.
That's kind of what you're thinking right now, no doubt.
Shaughnessy from the 15, hands it off. And with running room to the outside, 5-10, touchdown. And that is Fawosher. Fawosher off the bench, a big part of this drive, and runs it in from 15. And the Bengals extend their lead to 15-3.
Yeah, we get a big touchdown right there, and they use that backup running back to come in and offer something different. They found something with the speedy back, and they've decided, hey, let's just feed this young man and give him an opportunity in the open space. And he made them pay, did the Bengals, as Bengals get a quick touchdown here. Now they have gotten a nice little lead here at 15-3. Extra point good.
And now it is 16-3 Blaine. So Blaine gets it at their own 22-yard line, goes 78 yards, and it took a little over 2 minutes to get it done. And a lot of damage on the ground, but a big pass on that drive.
Yep.
Shaughnessy looked good.
They haven't thrown a lot of passes. I think that was their first attempt of the game, Steve. But, boy, they made it count, didn't they? They got a big pass play, big completion. And now if you're Champlin Park, you have to at least respect that. You have to know that that option's on the table. Can't pin your ears back like we said earlier. We talked that the Bengals don't need to throw it 20 times, but they need to throw it enough to keep the Rebels' defense honest. That's a big example of that right there. Now if you're Champlin Park, you can't panic. You're not out of this game. You're just down a couple of scores, but if you can put one good drive together here before half, you can get right back in this thing. And you have moved the football.
So the senior Wiz Fosher has come in and done some damage, certainly on that drive. Some key runs, including that 15-yard touchdown run, point after good. And here's the kick from the Blaine Bengals, and Killen. And that one's a touchback.
Yeah, I thought that one was going to go out of bounds, and then it just hit the right bounce and went all the way through the end zone.
So no opportunity on the return there for George. And now the Rebels with 7:49 to go in the quarter. Plenty of time to get points, but almost imperative that they go on a drive and get a touchdown here before halftime.
Yeah, their defense has been kind of bumped and banged around here by this Bengals offense, so you want to give them some time to regroup and reset. And a nice long drive here could be just what the doctor ordered before halftime. You got 7:47, so you don't need to play any kind of hurry up. You can run anything you want here. Go down the field, try to get yourself a score, get some confidence before the half.
So the Bengals get the touchdown off the turnover. Here's Tilke for the Rebels. 1st and 10, 20-yard line. And I believe that is Preston Nelson wearing number 30, the sophomore. And
sure
it is Preston Nelson, and he gets a few, and he's got some quickness.
Sure does. And again, they have a few different guys who do different things. George, I think, has speed, but also more power. Tucker's more of a power back, but then you bring the speed of Nelson. That time, all the Bengals were trying to punch the ball out as they swarmed him. See if they want to try to create a turnover here in these next few plays.
2nd down and 7. Tilke is going to hand it to Nelson, right side, cuts it back into the middle, powers his way out to about the 27-yard line. That'll set up 3rd down and 3. It's manageable, but a big 3rd down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, and if you're the Bengals, getting off the field here would be just a huge confidence thing for you because you have the lead, you just scored. If you can get a 3 and out and get your offense back on the field, you might be saying to yourself, hey, we can go for a knockout blow here early. So for Champlin, this is a pretty critical 3rd down.
They gave him a pretty good spot out to the 28-yard line, actually a gain of 5. 2nd down and 2. So will Tilke call his number? Will they go to Nelson again for the 3rd time in a row? 6:30 to go, quarter number 2, Rebels down. And Tilke does call his number. He has a 1st down and more as he scampers out near the 33-yard line. So 3 runs in a row. They get a 1st down, keep the clock on the move.
And that's what he was keying on, those linebackers in the back. They had 5 guys lined up on the line for the Blaine Bengals, but they had just the 2 backers in the middle. And I think they felt like if Tilke can make one guy miss, he can scoot through that line and get himself into that 2nd level and get the 1st down.
So they get it to the 34-yard line, 1st down and 10, under 6 to go. They're in quarter number 1. This is Tilke, Nelson again. And he's got running room, look out, 50, 40, 30, along the sidelines, 10-5, touchdown!
This
66 yards.
This was set up by a great block, and I want to say it was by Gilk, but we'll take another look when we get the chance here. A block on the inside sprung him. We didn't quite see it on that spot, but that allowed him to get out. It's right there. A beautiful block that took the secondary player out of the play, and it allowed Nelson to get through and get the easy score.
Just what the Rebels needed. 16-9, extra point pending. Swanstrom on to try. Holder Schornstein, snap, spot, kick. Hammered through. And it's 16-10, still 5:51 to go in quarter number 2, but that was fun.
Let's see if we can take another look at this one. As you take a look, watch this. Yeah, it's a pulled block right here. Oh, that is fantastic stuff right there. Credit 54, Jack Lean. That was the block that sprung it, and Nelson was able to get through that hole, turn the corner, get upfield, and once he's into the open space, he's gone, out the gate. Nobody was going to catch him.
PAT, good, 16-10. Blaine with the lead. They'll get the ball back, but an electric run by the sophomore. And for Nelson coming in this year, he's certainly done some good things, but that's got to be the biggest play of the year for the sophomore for sure.
Anything that you can get that's explosive when you're trailing, Steve, you will take it. And that's a great sign for the Champlin Park Rebels. get a nice big score. Now the defense has got to make a play here. They have not held this Bengals offense down as of yet. You want to try to hold them 3 and out here, get the ball back before the half.
Preston, 38 carries, 176 yards coming in, 2 touchdowns. Now he's got 3, and that certainly a highlight reel run off a phenomenal block set by the O-line.
Half his season yardage on that drive. I think he got about all 80 yards there.
And here's Swanstrom to kick it off. And Blaine has 2 players back deep. And it will come to the near side, taken at the 5-yard line. And it is returned upfield. That is Clark. And Clark wrapped up at the 25-yard line, and that's where the Bengals are going to start. First down and 10. Still plenty of time to go in the first half.
And if you're the Bengals, you found some things that work, right? You've gotten Shaughnessy to get some open carries, get some yards, but now you're starting to find some other backs getting some momentum too. So be interested to see what they do here as they come out. They have time, 5:45. Again, full complement of the offensive playbook at your disposal.
And here comes Shaughnessy. He'll swing it out to the left. It is caught, running room 30. Maybe the 32-yard line before the receiver is wrestled down there. Pretty nifty play set up as they get it to the running back, Zach Larson. And a good solid gain. And once again, Blaine coming in a little over 100 yards through the air, but 229 yards on the ground. So they don't throw it a ton. But that one worked out. Second down, 3 yards to go. Ball at the 33-yard line. Shaughnessy rolls to the right, throws on the run. It is caught. That is a first down and more out to the 45-yard line. And the receiver on the play there is Cheaton.
These are high percentage plays, though, Steve. These are easy ones for Sam Shaughnessy to complete. They're one-read plays, the quick little pitch out. It's like an extended running play. Shaughnessy will complete that one in his sleep. That gets him a few yards. Then what you do, you run just a little rollout pass play, one read to the tight end, easy to get it to him. Again, simple throws for the quarterback, keeping it easy. I like that play call from Coach Law.
First down and 10, rolling out to the right. Shaughnessy, he's going to throw again down the sideline, well out of bounds. That'll be a second down and 10. Clock stop, 4:42 to go.
And this is just mixing it up right now as the Blaine Bengals. They don't throw it a ton, but they've decided to throw it 3 times in a row here to start this drive.
Lighthizer, the intended receiver there. Schloman, Lawagi, Teeden, the regulars. But Lighthizer was targeted there.
That ball's got to come out faster.
And they're going to try the end around. Man in motion took that one. And that's Zach Larson. And Larson, pretty solid gain near midfield. That'll set up third down and 5 yards to go.
Yeah, this is where you want to be here. 3rd and 5. You got a lot of choices here. Yeah, that last pass play, Shaughnessy's got to get that ball out faster. He can't wait till he's stepping on the sidelines to chuck it. It's all about timing with him.
Shaughnessy waits for the snap. He'll go straight back in the pocket to the man cutting across. That's Lawagi, and Lawagi's still on his feet, has a first down barely to the 45-yard line. Well, he caught it on the run and fought his way for a first down, moved the sticks, and stopped the clock.
That's your college football 25 easy first down play. That's the drag route. You run him right across the middle of the field, the middle of the defense. You hit him on a little timing route. Lawagi does a nice job of making one guy miss to get the first down.
Gain of 7 on the play, first down and 10. Shaughnessy waits for the snap. And in the backfield is Zach Larson, the running back. 2 wide receivers split to the left, 1 to the right for the Bengals in white. And this is just going to be a simple handoff to Larson as he surges inside or near the 40-yard line. Under 4 to go in the quarter.
Bengals showing really nice balance here on this drive as Champlin Park trying to find an offense or a defense that's going to make a stop here.
And they need a turnover or a stop here before the end of the half and hang on to some shred of momentum that they picked up on that touchdown drive. And the long run by Preston Larson, 66 yards. Second down. 6 yards to go. Here's a slant over the middle. That is caught again. And that is caught by Teaton, a favorite target of the quarterback, Shaughnessy.
Well, the defense has kind of been sucked up a little bit. They're waiting on the run play, so they're coming up a little bit more on the line of scrimmage. So what are they doing? They're running some really quick routes, running slants, running drags, running easy one-read throws for Shaughnessy where it's 1, 2, 3 steps out. 1, 2, 3 steps out. He's not thinking, not standing there patting the ball. It's really nice offensive execution from the Bengals.
Gain of 11 on the play, first down and 10 yards to go. And we have a flag.
Some movement here on the Bengals, perhaps.
And they have played a very clean game tonight.
No question. That's their first penalty of the game. Only 2 for the Rebels.
Yeah, and the Rebels had big turnover that the Bengals turned into that touchdown to make it 16-3 at the moment. And now a rare penalty. That'll move them back to the 34-yard line.
Sets up a 1st and 15.
And the Rebels needed that. And now they've still got to get a stop here. Keep the Bengals off the board. Shaughnessy runs that option play. Here's Larson right side. Powers his way to the 20. Still on his feet near the 15 before he's dragged down by a host of Rebels. That was quite a run by the running back, Zach Larson.
Yeah, Larson has a nice gear. He's got some speed here, but this isn't great tackling by the Rebels. As he turns the corner here, there's a tackle that's got to be had. And then here's another one late in that one. Finally, they were able to bring him down. But if you get a chance to get him in the open field, you gotta bring him down somehow.
Schornstein finally hauled him down. And the ball is on the 14-yard line. That is a gain of 20 on the play. Oh, just a little over 2 to go. And here is the running back, Larson again. Good surge and another good gain on first down.
This is why balance is so important, Steve. You go pass, 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 pass. Now the defense has to at least respect that pass, and now you're able to clog it up the middle again, running the football. It's been a well-called possession by the Blaine Bengals, especially after that score from Champlin Park. To be able to eat the ball here and have control of it for at least 4 minutes so far, it's been really impressive.
They get it down near the 6-yard line. That is a gain of 8 on the play. Second down, 2 yards to go. Once again, Shaughnessy, the quarterback. Larson's had a big hand in this drive. He'll get it again. He's at the 3, dives near the goal line. Touchdown, Blaine. And they extend their lead to 22-10.
It's all set up by getting the explosive plays through the passing game, and then you finish it off with power running up the middle from Zach Larson. Larson really owned the last 35 yards of that drive. He was the guy after they got down there throwing it.
Second touchdown of the game, extra point pending. Snap, spot, kick, sneaks in through the right upright. And Blaine answers right back. They lead at 23-10 with just over 1 minute to go. And you can see Larson just would not be denied.
And right now, if this was a blackjack game, the Blaine Bengals are just holding 20 the entire time. Like they got the hand to win pretty much every single time. They have been able to run pretty much whatever they've wanted to on offense. They've had balance. They've had explosive plays. They've been able to get what they needed, and they have yet to punt in this first half, and 23 first half points. I'd call that explosive.
Yeah, and I really like the way they're not a pass-first team, but they threw the ball a lot, especially early in that drive.
And it set things up, right? Because it changed the way the defense was playing.
So now the Rebels, they still have time to answer, but they're going to need a big return here. And the kicker, Killen, near hash, puts it in the air. This is going to be George from the 3. 15, 20. And he'll get over the 25-yard line, and that's where the Rebels will start with 1:08 to go in the half. And they still have time. The one thing you can't afford here is a turnover.
You got all three. You got all 3 timeouts, though, Steve, and you got a minute 3. Clock stops at every first down. So there's quite a bit of time here, but you do need big plays, right? You're going to need to try to get this done in big chunks.
I might give it to Preston Nelson off the right side and see if you can get another big block on the edge and turn them loose.
Why not? Hey, you got to get big chunks however you want to get it.
23-10, late first quarter. Gilt goes in motion right to left. They're going to hand it off. It's a delay up the middle, not much. It'll be his second down, short gain on the play there. And that was the starting running back, Austin Tucker. So we've seen Tucker, George, and Olsen.
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's my first down call. I know you're trying to catch Blaine napping, but no can do on that one.
Tilke rolling out left. Tilke scrambles back to the right. In trouble, keeps the play alive, then fires it out of bounds. It'll be third down from the 29-yard line.
The problem when it's late in the half like this is the defense knows you have to make big plays through the air, so they play back a little bit. They get more into a shell, and they're just not allowing you to beat them deep.
36 seconds to go, and that stops the clock. Tyler Wagner comes out to the near side. Rebels send 2 to the right, 1 to the left. And that quarterback, Tilke, wearing number 1. Tilke, straight back. Scrambles to his right. He's going to air it out near sideline. Jump ball incomplete. Intended receiver down there was Drissy. And that'll bring up fourth down. Clock stopped, 28 seconds left. And now the Rebels in a spot where they're going to need to punt it away with Tilke. And then Blaine will have an opportunity.
With 3 timeouts. And if they can get the ball around midfield, one big play.
Well, and maybe the biggest play of the half for Blaine was that fake punt.
It changed a lot of things because Champlin Park at that moment thought, hey, we stopped them. We figured it out. And it just felt like after that fake punt, they have been in the groove since.
Yeah, and the thing, it was 6-3. Champlin Park had the 33-yard field goal from Swanstrom. And then it looked as though they had forced Blaine into a 3-and-out. Rebels poised to get the ball back. And since then, the Bengals have been in control. This side of that 66-yard touchdown run by Nelson, they have been in control. They gave up that one big play.
Yeah, they have and even though you held them to a field goal, it was 9-3. The turnover was big. Obviously, yes, the missed punt or the fake punt was a big play as well. Yeah. Blaine just seems like they have made the explosive play when they've needed to make it.
So out of the timeout, Blaine took the timeout. And they're going to have an opportunity here to return this one, you would assume. Awagi back at his own 29-yard line.
And if you get a return here, I mean, you could be in business with some time and some timeouts.
I'd love to take a shot at it. I'm sure.
Oh,
high snap over Tilke's head. It goes into the end zone, and he'll get dropped back there. That is a safety, and Blaine extends their lead to 25-10.
Boy, that is.
Oh.
That is tough right there. You didn't want to surrender any more points before the half. Those are deflators. Special teams mistakes, penalties, turnovers. Those are the things that when you look at the end of the night, those are the ones that are oftentimes the difference between wins and losses. And 2 big plays on special teams have gone the way of the Bengals in this first half. And now you got to kick it again.
That'll set up a free kick. And with 19 to go in the half, Blaine figures to get another shot. So Nick Keenan rallying the troops after a disappointing play there. Out of the timeout, they snap it over his head. And 2 on the board for Blaine.
And now you're chasing by a couple of scores now. You're down 2 possessions at minimum going into half. If you give up a big kick here or a big play, it could be even more than that. And it really does force you to play left-handed in the second half. You can't do everything that you want to do.
Swanstrom to kick. He'll tee it up. And on the free kick, you'll see punts occasionally, sometimes. But Evan Swanstrom, the big leg, and they'll hammer that one high end over end. It'll be grabbed at the 30-yard line. And here's an opportunity for Schloman. Schloman over midfield down to the 45-yard line. And that's going to give Blaine a couple of shots with 12 seconds to go.
What do you think, Steve? Do they need for the kicker? We think the kicker's got 40 yards of leg. So what's the math here? You need 20 yards to feel like you can take at least a reasonable shot at a field goal? You're at the 45 now. Yeah, I would think you'd have to move it to at least the 25.
But what we're sure is the running back, and he has had a hand in this game. Shaughnessy waiting for a play from the sideline. 12 seconds to go. First down and 10, Blaine at the Champlin Park 45-yard line. Shaughnessy's going to roll to the right, set up shop, throw it toward the sideline, caught at the 35-yard line, and then banged out of bounds right away is Schloman.
It's a great little route, just a turn little dig route there by Schloman. You go out past the sticks, turn hard, come back, meet the ball, and get out of bounds quickly. And a great throw by Shaughnessy, who's looked very poised in the pocket.
So it is a gain of 13, first down and 10, 6 seconds to go. And it doesn't look like they're going to have time to set up for what would be a field goal, so you would think it'd be a shot to the end zone.
Yeah, I think so. The only way it would be a chance at a field goal is if you throw a real quick out and it's like 5 yards, and that's probably all you can get. Yeah, from here you're looking at 47 yards, which I mean, as much as I respect the leg of the kicker, this is a lot to ask.
Yeah, and the flag hardly moving, so the breeze we are getting out of the south. And by the way, it's going to crank up quite a bit on Saturday. I've heard it's going to be warm and windy on Saturday, but hardly a breeze here tonight at Rebel Stadium. So that wouldn't help a kick here.
So, yeah, you might as well take your shot. You might as well go down the field. And if you got something in the trick playbook here, something you feel really good about as far as getting a shot towards the end zone, you got nothing to lose.
By the way, Larson, 2 touchdowns tonight on the ground. Blaine running back Zach Larson. And for Champlin Park, the lone touchdown belongs to Preston Nelson, a 66-yard gallop. And here we go. Final play of the half. Shaughnessy. He's going to drop back. He's going to fire toward the end zone. Overshoots the intended receiver. And that is the final play of the half. And he went for his favorite target in that first half down there. The tight end, Noah Teeden. But Blaine has a big 25-10 lead at the half. They played very well.
That was a really efficient and effective first half of football by the Bengals. They didn't punt. They executed offensively. They ran it. They passed it. They did everything they needed, and they got the big plays on special teams.
So the Bengals lead it. Halftime coming up. Stick around. Quarters 3 and 4. Once again, number 8 Blaine at 3 and 2. At 2 and 3 Champlin Park. Quarters 3 and 4. I'm Steve Thompson along with Tim Anderson and our great QCTV crew. Enjoy the halftime show.
Did you know that cheerleading has been a tradition in Minnesota since 1890 and that women joined the sport here in 1923? But cheer is more than inspiring crowds at a big game. It's a great way to learn teamwork, commitment, perseverance, and leadership. Charitable MN is a nonprofit organization whose purpose is to enable youth to participate in cheer programs, spirit groups, or other activities that benefit youth by making them more affordable. In 2021, through the success of our charitable gambling operation, we launched AMP Athletics in Coon Rapids. It is now a thriving, independent nonprofit gym, and our continued financial support allows them to offer competitive cheerleading and other programs at a much lower cost. Now we're introducing the Midwest College Cheer Combine, a recruiting event for athletes in grades 9 through 12 to show their skills in front of college cheer coaches. In the years to come, we will continue to grow the sport of cheer and support underserved youth activities across the Midwest. If this sounds interesting, I hope you'll consider joining our board of directors. Charitable MN is a woman-led organization. We are looking for people who are passionate about cheerleading, supporting youth, and can commit to attending monthly meetings. Won't you join us?
My favorite thing about volunteering as an Extension Master Gardener is learning about the different gardening styles and sharing that knowledge with others. I love meeting and learning from people who care about educating, inspiring others through gardening. Whether you are a new or seasoned gardener, there's always something new to learn. In 2023, our Anoka County program will celebrate 40 years of teaching and working with residents. They learn to grow healthy plants and foods, improve local ecosystems, and create outdoor living spaces for people. I am one of over 150 Master Gardener volunteers living in this area, so one of our strengths is being familiar with the challenges other local gardeners face. Every May, the Master Gardeners host a plant sale fundraiser and sell plants grown and thriving in this region. The money we raise supports our community project and activities throughout the rest of the year. I am excited to see what positive changes we can make this year and the ripple effect it can create. Please visit theanokamastergardeners.org to learn about upcoming Master Gardener events and services and how you can become a volunteer.
We've been at our new store for about 6 weeks now. We brought over the best of the best from our Coon Rapids location. Champlin actually approached us when they were working on the Mississippi Crossings development and asked us if we would like to be part of it. And I thought, what a great opportunity. Everything in our store is fresh, and that's what we like to focus on. We have a fresh salad bar. We'd like to make a salad. We have hot soup and chili every day. We have our wonderful deli that has all fresh made salads. Our specialty bakery, donuts, wonderful every morning. They're always a hit. We know we have the best bakery around. Honestly, our donuts are phenomenal, and I think it's a little hidden gem. People don't realize how good they are. We recently started doing croissants. We have chocolate croissants, strawberry cream cheese croissants, almond croissants, and then we're also well known for our croissant, which we used to call a Fraggle at our Coon Rapids store, but when we moved here, we changed the name to croissant because it is a fried croissant. We are a family business, and our entire family works here. Some of the advantages of coming to our store is everything we make here, our deli, is all made in-house. On Thursday nights is concert nights at the amphitheater at Mississippi Crossings. So Thursday nights we always grill from 5 to 7, and typically we do our brats, our famous brats, with sides. We've done corn elote with it as well, our famous Corby's kettle chips. So we like to offer a variety on Thursday nights. So we are conveniently located off of Highway 169 in the Mississippi Crossings, where you can take either exit off of 169 right when you come across the Anoka Champlin Bridge and turn right away, or before the road bends on 169, you can take that turn as well. And you can see us when you drive on 169. We have a big sign, Jetson's Market. Plenty of parking, easy in and out. So when you come in here, you can decide, do I want to cook tonight or do I not want to cook tonight? I can pick up whatever I need to do both.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Senior Night. Senior parents, we invite you on the field after the game to get a flower, candy, and a card from your senior. The lights will be kept on for
Midwest Animal Rescue and Services, aka MARS. We are committed to serving both pet and parent, finding homes for animals that were once lost, left behind, and forgotten, while bringing harmony and enhancing education in our community. We started in 2006 and have a 98% adoption success rate. With the help of our community and people like you, MARS has saved over 21,000 animals. All of our animals live in foster homes as family members. Once they get adopted and go home, they stay home. We have a nonprofit veterinary clinic and dog obedience training services. We are actively supporting both ends of the leash, both people and pets, breaking down barriers and building community. Visit our website, www.midwestanimalrescue.org, to learn more and join our MARS community today. Rum River Art Center is your local nonprofit organization located in the old milk factory near downtown Anoka. Our nearly 6,000 square feet of windy and whimsical studio spaces are filled with inspiration. At Rum River Art Center, we embrace individuals of all artistic abilities and focus on the healing aspect of the process over your final product. We pride ourselves in offering classes with a huge variety of mediums at an affordable price. From one-time ceramic wheel throwing classes to multi-week painting courses, from creating at the Art Center to finding us at your local library, we believe art is the catalyst for connecting human beings to each other and themselves. Come visit us or check out our website, rumriverart.com, for more info on classes, galleries, special events, and how you can support the arts in your community.
Just off of Highway 10 in Ramsey is the city's #1 spot for authentic Mexican cuisine. After starting as a food truck, Burritos Tacos grew to be known as one of the most popular street taco trucks in the area. And now for the last year, Burrito has been serving up the residents of Ramsey from their new sit-down restaurant off of Sunfish Avenue.
When I make my food truck, a couple of friends, they tell me, hey, where we can find a Mexican food, maybe different kind of tacos, authentic tacos. The tacos we make over here is a fresh meat. We cook every morning. The processes to make the food is a little longer. For example, the barbacoa, this is the meat we sell more popular, between 2 hours to 3 hours to cook. When they first time they see my tacos, #1 is the cilantro, lime radish, like traditional style Mexican tacos. Some people they surprised because they see very simple tacos, but when they try, wow, they are so excited to eat it.
Of course, the biggest challenge facing the business today is the construction of the new bridge on Sunfish Avenue, making accessibility difficult for customers. But Burrito remains optimistic for the future and appreciates the construction workers who have become regular customers throughout their workday.
When I rented this place, I know because the new bridge is coming, and I know sometimes it's very difficult to the people that coming over here. But I see a lot of workers for the construction. They work so hard to make the progress to be finished this year. The workers, they coming over here to eat in the morning. They try to support this business too, And it's so nice for this guy. And I know the business is coming a little down, but we can handle it.
For the time being, access to Burritos Tacos and other businesses off of Sunfish and Highway 10 is limited to a U-turn heading north on the highway just past Sunfish Avenue. Keep up with all Highway 10 updates on MDOT's website, and make sure to keep supporting small businesses like Burritos Tacos while construction continues.
I like to see people very often, and I like to talk to everyone when they come, because I see the faces when they live. And it's very nice, because they try to do something so different. But thank you for everyone to come and to enjoy our food. This is what we do over here in Burritos Tacos.
This program is brought to you by QCTV. serving the communities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey. Bringing you year-round live sports coverage, community shows, and government programming. Tune in each week for new local stories, sports, and information in your city to stay up to date with your community. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Quad Cities TV and on X and YouTube at QCTV to stay up to date with your city and to never miss our live shows.
Hey guys, I wanted to try something new lately, so I decided to go to the City of Ramsey's website, their Park and Rec page, and I decided to try out Intro to Archery. Let's go see how I did.
The fun thing for us as coaches is that first end when we actually teach them how to draw the bow and to release and shoot their first arrows. We see a lot of misses. We see the arrows go flying and the kids kind of go, oh wow. And then as we start to make adjustments as coaches, we start to see less arrows move beyond the target and we see more hits on here. So that's like one of the most rewarding things for me as a coach is being able to see improvement and help that, hope use the word, aha moment. That's one of our big things is seeing those aha moments or hearing a child on the line say yes when they hit the X, you know, it's super rewarding.
Hey Leslie, it was your
Yes.
first time shooting a bow, what'd you think?
I am weak. You have to be strong and you're pulling back. It's like harder than, the tension is harder than you think. I think I did pretty well. My last one was in the blue. I don't remember when my third one was. I'm happy.
I just honestly, there's so much like self-improvement. I don't know if you put it that way, but I've learned so many lessons just coming up through it. And then being able to just help other people reach those or like have like an aha moment, like they figure out something that transforms their shot for the better. Helping people get to that is so satisfying. It's so great. It's just really cool to watch.
The instructors were really nice and talked us through all of it, giving us tips on how to hold the bow, a good stance, and to think about the wind.
It's very windy, so it really affects things. I had some trouble shooting earlier because when you're at full draw, when you have all that weight, and then you're basically a sail, so it's really important to stay solid through the whole thing. But if you're blowing around like that, it makes a big difference. So yeah, the weather definitely, you have to take that into account. And like, there were times where I'd be up on the line and I'd just have to wait to solid 30 seconds for gusts to go by so I could actually have time. So a lot of it is thinking through how can I handle the weather. And yeah, I enjoyed that.
The grip here, it's the kind of,
You know, just those simple things of holding the bow correctly and thinking about the wind, that really makes a big difference on how you shoot and if you even hit the target. So, just things that make sense once you actually know how the sport works.
archery is really a fun lifetime sport. Something that's super easy to get into. You can always find a local pro shop. Go out there, try some different bows. Most of the pro shops do have programs for, like we did here, on an extended basis, more of the 6 to 8 week programs where we can really develop, you know, hunters, bow hunter, whether you're a bow hunter or just want to do it in your free time. You're 6 years old all the way up to 80 years old. We don't care, we'll come teach you how to do this sport. It's really rewarding, it's really fun.
Honestly, like, don't be afraid to be a beginner. Don't be afraid to be bad at it. I've been doing it for like over 10 years and I still have days where I'm bad at it. Nobody's perfect. So you just have to try. Just reach out, find a place and try, because you never know. Like, it could be the greatest thing you do.
Try archery. Reach out to local pro shop. Go have fun. Go shoot some arrows. Even if you don't own equipment, most shops have free equipment that you can use to do it. Go try it. It's a lot of fun.
The City of Ramsey hosts a variety of programs and activities that will bound to match one of your interests. So you should go check out the City of Ramsey's website and sign up for something, because it's always fun to try something new.
Champlin's Police and Fire Open House returns to the Champlin Public Works Building on Saturday, October 5th. featuring demonstrations from the Anoka Champlin Fire Department as well as the Champlin Police Department. This free event will take place from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Great for the entire family, this community event will feature emergency vehicles, canine units, drone demonstrations, and much more. For a full list of events, be sure to follow the City of Champlin on Facebook or Champlin's website. We'll see you at this year's Police and Fire Open House on October 5th.
The best way to describe my interest in teaching and astronomy is one word: obsession.
And if you too share an obsession with the stars, be sure to mark your calendars for Friday, September 20th. Join Mike Lynch, a veteran of over 50 years in astronomy, as he guides you through a tour of visible celestial subjects such as the moon, planets, star clusters, galaxies, and more.
I love doing classes. I love showing people the stars. I love having people look through my telescopes.
The party starts at 7:30 p.m. at Elmcrest Park.
One of my favorite moments is when especially a young person looks through the telescope and they see Saturn for the first time, and I hear, "Awesome!" And I know I've come through when that happens, and just what I love is that I know that there are some adults and there are some kids who have been to my programs and used it as a springboard to get more interested in the hobby themselves. Some people, it's a passing thing. Some people, it's something that goes on for the rest of their lives. And believe me, all I'm doing here in these classes is scratching the surface. I'm mainly introducing you. I'm mainly getting you excited so you can go off on your own and learn even more.
And registration for this event can be found on the city's website.
I started spreading out doing community ed and nature center programs all around Minnesota and western Wisconsin, and I'm going to do it until I can't do it anymore. I was born for this. I just love doing this.
Both teams are on the field now. Third quarter coming up, and number 8 Blaine leading at Champlin Park 25-10. A lot of big plays for Blaine. Huge play for Champlin Park. And let's take a look at some of those highlights. And there's the Rebels coming onto the field. That's always quite a show. And here's Shaughnessy tucking it under his arm. Good spin play. Gets it down deep in the red zone. And then their running back, Zach Larson, was able to power it into the end zone for the first touchdown. Point after, no good, 6-0 early.
Kind of a harbinger of things to come because they scored very quickly on explosive plays, but credit Champlin Park. They hung in there for a good chunk of this thing. Big run here for Preston Nelson in the second quarter. Takes it all the way 66 yards for the touchdown, and it was 16-10, but back come the Bengals.
Yeah, and on this mixing pass and run, another outstanding run by Zach Larson. And he was really the workhorse late in that drive. And then he hammers it into the end zone. And then that bad snap led to another 2 for Blaine. It turned into Tilkey couldn't flag it down, was in deep trouble back there. And the Bengals get 2 more and lead it 25-10 at halftime. But I still go back to that fake punt, and they turned it into a field goal to make it 9-3. That just felt like a huge turning point in the game.
Well, it was just another example of the explosive plays of the Blaine Bengals and some of the guts that they were calling plays with. I credit Mike Law with a great game plan here in the first half. And you're right, really from that moment on, it was almost like Champlin Park had to anticipate everything, right? They couldn't just say, oh, let's pin our ears back and go. They were like, oh, what if they fake it? What if they run pass on this play? And I just thought the balance from Blaine in the first half proved to be a problem for the Rebels.
Wiz for what was sure also had a touchdown run. Larson had 2, 1 in each quarter. They had a 29-yard field goal in that first half as well, and that was impressive. Jared Killen knocked one through, and Blaine 25-10. The other thing I wanted to get into with the Blaine Bengals right now, you think about, being all about Sam Shaughnessy, him running, him throwing, but they've really mixed it up nicely and spread it around here tonight.
I agree, and they've protected Shaughnessy, especially in the second quarter. I thought they did a better job of protecting him. They were running him pretty much exclusively in that first quarter, but I thought in the second quarter you started to see them bring in Fowosher. They started to give it to more Larson. They let him throw it from the pocket and on simple rollouts and did things that wouldn't get Shaughnessy hurt or hit. They protected him really well in quarter number 2 and let other guys make plays.
So the Rebels trail by 15, and on the to-do list, get some stops defensively. They right out of the gate, they need to get a stop on their first series on defense because they were on their heels for quarters 1 and 2.
Yeah, outside of the fake punt where they did force that fourth down punting situation, they did not draw a punt from the Blaine Bengals in the first half. And the only reason they didn't score in the last series was because the half ended. So they have not been able to really effectively stop the Bengals, and they need to make some plays defensively. Offensively, you are moving the football. Like, if you're Champlin Park, you can't panic, right? You are moving it, but you need the defensive stops. You're not going to be able to get into a shootout with the Bengals and win.
So Tilke will be at quarterback, and he is also the punter and had that snap go over his head and gave up the safety. Evan Swanstrom, a highlight play for the Rebels, 33-yard field goal in the first quarter, and then, of course, we saw the highlight. Preston Nelson goes 66 on the ground to pay dirt, and that accounted for the Rebels scoring in the first half. We're just about ready to go. Blaine Bengals will kick it off, and of course it's Jared Killen, and the preferred return man for Champlin Park, Reese George, is standing just inside the 10-yard line. We're just about ready to go, and quarter number 3 is on the way. Short kick far side, hit immediately at the 36-yard line is one of the up men for Champlin Park, and that's where the Rebels will start. 1st and 10 here in quarter number 3.
It's kind of an interesting call right there. Go with the little pooch kick out of the second half. Get it about 20 yards. Try to kick it at the up men. Maybe try to get a bounce and a turnover.
By the way, Jeremiah Schaefer covered that up, did the right thing. Make sure you secure it, and you're guaranteed pretty good field position, and they'll start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Big possession for Champlin Park. If they can get on the board, bring it down the field and score, I think that would really buoy the spirits of the Rebels.
Tilke to quarterback. Looks like George is the running back, and George will get the handoff, cut back in the middle, and get tackled after his short gain. And that was George. Good job by that Bengal defense. They just swarmed the football there.
And it was the Preston Tilke show in the first half because we didn't hear a ton from Reese George. We didn't hear a ton from Preston Tucker or Austin Tucker. It was Nelson who had the big running play. But you want to hear some of those names. Gilk didn't catch a pass in the first half. I mean, you'd like to see some of those guys get involved.
Second down, and they're going to try a reverse. And this is Gilk, and Gilk is going to take that reverse. They go right, send it back to the left with Gilk, and he'll get it over the 45. And a Rebel first down. Nice play, good call. And we have a Blaine Bengal down on the field. And unfortunately, that is one of their safeties, Ashton Madison, one of their leading tacklers. And he got banged up on that play.
Yeah, he really got hit there at the end. And he stood up after that play, but then he went down. So he must have had something that really must have took a shot right there from Gilk. But I like that little play, right? That's kind of a staple of the old triple option offenses, right? Where you'd hand it to one guy on the misdirection on the other and do a little of that cross buck action. Kind of fun to see Champlin Park getting Gilk involved in creative ways. They tried to throw it to him in the first half, not able to get it to him. So what do? You give him an opportunity on some misdirection to start the second half. And hopefully Matson's all right there as he is down the 6'1" senior. Again, he popped up after the tackle, and that's why you just wonder if maybe he caught a knee from Gilk.
Yeah, he must have got kicked because he looks like he's walking off the field okay. He'll sit out a play, helmet off, go to the sideline. And now the Rebels come back, first down and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Next chance, we'll take a look at the upcoming schedules. And after tonight, just 2 weeks to go in the regular season. It goes so quick. And now the Rebels bunch it up. Tilke, 5 yards behind his center at the 42-yard line. Takes a snap, running back gets it. And trying to get to the edge is George. Gets it over the 50, down to the 46-yard line. Pretty good surge there and a good quick run.
And that's what they want to do. Get Reese George involved. Run off tackle if you can. Run some misdirection the other way. Get your playmakers the ball in opportunities where they can get out in space.
Second down and 3, 46-yard line. George still the running back. One wide receiver split out, so the Rebels pack it in. George again tries that right side, cuts it back, has the first down. And then the scrum develops, and he'll go down at the 39-yard line. So another good push, another good run. They'll take that every time.
Yeah, you run that little off-tackle play. And we got another Bengal down. And who is this? This is 52 for the Bengals. That is Brian Sawada, the junior linebacker.
And let's take a look at those schedules now upcoming. As they look at Sawada, Champlin Park finishes on the road. 2 tough games at Centennial and then at Lakeville South. And that is a Thursday matinee, MEA.
Yeah, and that's where this game was so critical for Champlin Park, right? Because the schedule on the road is tough the rest of the way. And the Bengals get a Coon Rapids team that's just having a really tough season at home. And then you're home for Shakopee, which will be a tough game because Shakopee's playing really well tonight.
Yep, so Coon Rapids and Shakopee. Shakopee blowing out Edina. The Sabres, number 5, Edina, number 4. That was 33 rip. And then here's what we got coming up on QCTV, section soccer, and then a couple of football games at Goodrich, legendary Goodrich Field. Osseo at Anoka on the 10th, and then on the 16th, the Trojans come to Goodrich and play the Tornadoes.
In the Pumpkin Bowl, I'll be there for that one. That'll be a lot of fun, as always. A great atmosphere for the Pumpkin Bowl, and a tough Wayzata team. That'll be fun.
Rebels started this drive at their own 35-yard line. Opening drive of the third quarter, 10:23 to go in this quarter. The Rebels just picked up their second first down. They're at the Bengal 39-yard line. Tilke fakes a handoff. He'll try the right side. Not much, as he's bulldogged out of bounds there. Zane Van Gilder, forced him down after a gain of only 1.
I think that's a bit of an improv move by Tilke. I think that snap was high and didn't feel comfortable giving the handoff, so he kept it himself and tried to pick up a yard. Hey, a young cheerleader fan. There we go. And hope you're enjoying the game there. Look at that.
That is nice.
Future Rebel cheerleader on display right there.
Tilke's a big kid, 6'4", 200 pounds. Second down and 9. He'll take the snap. They'll try George again, and he forces his way forward for a couple. But the Blaine Bengals did a really nice job on that play. Carter Mackey was all over that from the linebacker spot.
And now you feel like the Rebels are setting up to go the other way, go weak side here. They've gone strong to this side, this near side of the field with George on 3 straight running plays plus Tilke. This might be ripe to go up top on this third down, to go to the far side of the field, maybe set something up on the weak side.
Third down, 7 yards to go. Ball at the 36-yard line. Rebels into a bit of a breeze from north to south here at Rebels Stadium. They'll try to pitch out. George 30, first down, a little more before he's forced out of bounds. Love that old school option play.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of that from both of these teams tonight, but that's the first time the Rebels have really broken out that old school option, and they get a nice run out of it as they continue to stay running to this side of the field, running to the near side towards their sideline.
And why not on that right side of the line? Jack Lean set that beautiful block on the long touchdown run by Preston Nelson in quarter number 2. And you have Ashton Tucker, the tackle. Play action. Tilke goes up top toward the near corner. Down at the 5. It is caught. It is caught. I think that's Gilk.
Sure
is.
It is. Well, we talked about that, Steve, coming out here for the second half. You got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Gilk is one of those guys. You get it to him on a running play, and now finally you get the doors open for a pass up top.
22-yard gain, 1st and goal. They'll try the right side. George dives over the 5 to the 4. Injured Rebel down.
That's
Took
George.
a shot there.
George is the guy who's down, too. He's up slow.
Yeah, Dean Thompson also on the O-line. They do get it to the 4-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. 2nd and goal from there.
They quickened up that pace on that play, too, Steve. They really hustled to the line after that, but they're not going to hustle this time around.
And Nick Keenan out on the field. I think he wanted a penalty. Thompson, and once again, Dean Thompson, the left guard, flopped down to the turf. It's kind of like, what do I have to do to get a penalty called? The Rebels apparently wanted a penalty, are not going to get it there.
So they repump the play clock for him. Reese George comes off. He's sitting on the bench right now as he's walking off with a little bit of a limp. And they bring Tucker in the backfield next to Tilkey.
Tucker wearing number 34, Tilkey. That red towel. And here's Tilkey. Gonna hand it off. That was a fumble. That ball came out of there. Tilkey never had it. 2nd turnover of the game on the Rebels. And that's a huge one in the red zone. Tilkey never had it.
They ran that cross play again, that misdirection play here, Steve. They give it to Tucker. Tucker tries to feed it to Gilk, but the handoff never happens here. Take a look at this replay. It's Gilk who has it and ends up fumbling it right there.
Gilk,
and
the inside handoff.
It never got into his chest on that handoff, and it's a turnover. And Tilkey, we can see, he is full can't believe that, as he knew that was a touchdown off the board.
So Blaine will start in the shadow of their own goal line at the 7-yard line. 8:09 to go in the quarter, and they'll throw it off to the right, and it is caught, but not much doing over there. They fired it way off to the right. Dangerous play. The receiver was Lawagi, and I don't know about that.
Nah, not a great pass at all from Shaughnessy, as he put way too much air under that. Lawagi would have almost been better served to let that be an incompletion, because that was not what you were looking for there on 1st down.
Yeah, they lose 2 on the forward pass. 2nd down, 12 yards to go. And he's going to run the option left side, and there's Shaughnessy over the 10 to about the 11-yard line. So he gets 5 back. It'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, 3rd and long from your 11-yard line or so, about 6 yards. This isn't really long, but when you're back on this side of the field, it's not 4-down territory, so you're asking to get a nice chunk here on 3rd down.
Ball just shy of the 12-yard line. They need just shy of the 18. And Shaughnessy back there. And the running back is Larson. They're going to run option right side. He's going to keep it. And he's still on his feet. 1st down and more over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And he is slippery.
A lot of credit to that Blaine offensive line to get that push. Shaughnessy's not touched until he's 6 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And that's a big job there to get that 3rd down on the ground with your quarterback.
Chase Kernow, the center. Gavin Schauer, the left guard. Nevin Gunderson, the right guard. Left tackle, Gavin Smith. And right tackle, Jerome Eichley. Done a good job all night. 1st down and 10, Blaine. They're going to try the right side. That is Larson over the 25 to maybe the 26-yard line. And he has had a very good football game tonight. 2 touchdowns on the ground.
And now Blaine's starting to settle back into their offensive groove where they're running the football, getting the quarterback out in space when they can.
Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Bengals. They're in command. They led it 25-10 at the half. 9-3 after 1. George trying to shake off an injury on the bench for Champlin Park. Reese George trying to walk it off. Not much doing there. Larson met immediately. Good job by that Rebels defense, and that was Schornstein.
Yeah, Schornstein, a sure tackler at linebacker. He's not the biggest linebacker in the world, but he's fast. And he's got a really good football IQ. I was really impressed with him when he had to play quarterback this year against Anoka, just how he was able to make plays.
3rd down and 6. Rebels need a stop. I mean, this is an opportunity for them to force Blaine into a punting situation. Play action, throw over the middle, picked off by the Rebels, and they're going to return it inside the 20. This could go for a touchdown, and it does.
I believe that's Muhammad Jalou.
Yeah, Jalou, the pickoff. And boy, Shaughnessy would love to get that back. Pick six, just what the Rebels needed.
You answer a turnover with a turnover. This one just had a little too much. It mistimed that route, and he threw it really into triple coverage. That was a no-go throw for Sam Shaughnessy. There was just nobody open, and Jalou reads it beautifully, and there's just nothing but air and opportunity for him after that. He takes it all the way in. Huge score for Champlin Park.
6'2", 205 pounds senior linebacker Muhammad Jalou. And the Rebels are right back in this football game. And that's what they were looking for.
Huge.
If they get the stop, great. But, boy, the pick six. Huge play for Jalou.
Especially after you were driving down the field where the Rebels, they were going to score, it looked like, on that opening offensive drive. To have that fumble, to come away with 0, you're thinking, oh, man, that's trouble. But to get that turnover and that touchdown score after that just resets this game for the Rebels.
Swanstrom on to kick. Schornstein to hold. Snap, a little bit low. Schornstein puts it down, and Swanstrom hammers it through. 25-17, 5:01 to go in the third. Big play. First turnover of the game. And, you know, as we mentioned, Sam Shaughnessy would love to have that back. It's like, why did I throw it there?
Yeah, it's just it clearly was just a one-read kind of situation. It's not like he was spying the field. That was a play action. I'm throwing to this guy. And the problem is there wasn't anybody open. Take a look at this again. I mean, there's the one target, but you see 3 Rebel jerseys in the area. There's just not going to be a lot of room to knock that ball in there. And while Shaughnessy's thrown a good ball all night long, that was going to require some crazy precision. And again, just playing center field, that tells me that Jalou was the kind of the spy on Shaughnessy there to keep an eye on him and read him the whole way.
So Jalou, huge defensive play, and now they're down by 8. So a one-score game, and Swanstrom will tee it up at the 40-yard line. Once again, wind a non-factor on a perfect night for football here in Week 6. And this one's going to go to the 2, and the Bengals are going to return it. And they'll get it out to about the 25-yard line. On the return there, Derek Schloman, a senior, and Blaine will go right back to work. Now another opportunity for this Rebel defense. Get another stop, get the ball back. You're in this. They have to have confidence after that last series of downs.
Well, now you know it can be done, right? We can get a stop. So that's a big deal. Let's see how Shaughnessy reacts to that turnover, because he was so in control up to that point.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Blaine puts it on the ground here. We'll see about that. They send trips over to the right side. And the running back is Larson. Larson's going to get it for a couple. Not much, though, on first down. Clock on the move, under 5 to go. Actually.
Yeah, Shaughnessy on a keeper there got that one.
Yeah, Shaughnessy kept it, good fake in the backfield. And Foosher, who had a touchdown run in the first half. And he was huge on one drive in particular. Carried a big load there. Wiz Foosher has a touchdown. That's just a gain of 2.
Trying to find some speed on those outsides, and you can see when they stacked those 3 receivers up there to the high side that they were going to try to run that way and pick up those extra blockers. Now they bring that same formation to the other side.
Once again, number 11, Foosher, the running back. He'll get the handoff, and he is going nowhere.
And
he'll put it on the ground trying to break a tackle, and let's see if they... You know, he had forward progress and trying to spin out of there. And I don't know if that was Jalo in the middle of that thing again. That's a big mistake by the Bengals.
Well, they had the running back, Fuosher, trying to run it on the weak side where there was not a lot of blocking, and he just got chewed up back there. But instead of just going down, he tried to make something out of nothing and almost made that a disastrous play. And now it's third down and forever.
Yeah.
Or second and forever, I should say. Well, it should be third.
Dukley was in that play as well. Rebels all over that. And now the ball's at the 9-yard line. They lose 13 on that play. Third down, 27 yards to go. Shaughnessy with a little room to the 20, slips down at the 21, 22-yard line. And now it'll be fourth down. And will we see the Bengals punt?
We sure will. I would be stunned if we get a fake here. Although I'll tell you what, the Rebels are certainly going to be prepared for it if that's what ends up happening here. As they bring two guys back on the punt return. And as you can see, I bet you one of them is just trying to watch to see if anybody leaks out.
So the Rebels have two players back deep to field the punt. And the Bengals punter is Derek Schloman. Schloman inside his 10, fields the snap, and he does indeed kick it away. And it takes a huge Bengals bounce inside the 20. How about that? Line drive punt.
I got to tell you, they must not have loved the way that came off the foot of Schloman, because I don't know why you wouldn't catch that or fair catch it or try to return that punt, because it was a low line drive. I would like to think that you had set up coverage to get 10 yards back. Instead, you let it hit the turf, and of course, when it hits the turf, you don't know what kind of bounce you're going to get. You get a huge 20-some-yard bounce for the Bengals.
I have a 57-yard punt. And now the Rebels, with 2:23 to go, will start at their own 19-yard line. They'll try the right side and get a few. And that is Nelson, who had that 66-yard touchdown run in quarter number 2. So the sophomore gets the carry there.
And they love running to this side, Steve. They love getting behind those, getting behind Gilk and getting behind those big tackles, big tackle and guard on that side, and running that direction.
So Nelson is the running back. Once again, Tilke the quarterback. Under 2 to go in the quarter. Rebels down by 8. So they get the pick 6. They get the stop. Here's Nelson again, trying the right side. Works his way to the 25-yard line. It'll be third down.
Just kind of running into the pile there. Gilk was trying to push forward. Also, there was Lean as they pull again, trying to set up those blocks and get a seal for Nelson.
And if I remember, the long touchdown run did come on third down.
Sure did. And it came with pulling that guard, pulling Lean right there as well. They love getting that extra blocker to this side, and if they can spring them, they'd love to do it here again.
So they gave him just shy of the 26. Third down along 3 for the Rebels here. Nelson again, right side, hammers his way for the first down to the 30-yard line. So they stick with the ground game and move the sticks.
Good seeing, I saw Reese George on the sidelines with the helmet back on, so there's a chance we could see him back in here as he's maybe just trying to get some feeling back in that leg.
Just under 1 to go in the quarter. Rebels have the only score in this quarter. It was 25-10 at the half. Nelson again, right side, not much, and the Bengals read that all the way. They definitely keying on that play and fly in. A lot of white shirts around the football there. We'll call it no gain.
And once again, you're running to this side, running to this side, running to this side. Are you setting them up for some play action to the other side or some misdirection that gets you to the high side of the field? Got to keep an eye on that if you're both Blaine and Champlin Park here in these last few seconds.
Second down and 10. Here's Tilke running the option left side. Nelson trying to get to the edge. Will dive forward for a few. And it'll set up third down and 6 with 6 seconds to go. We have a flag in the backfield. This could be a hold.
Yeah, it could be a hold because they did go to that high side finally, but Blaine was ready. We think we got holding on the Rebels.
Yeah, they're.
Whoa.
Wow, big 15-yarder on Blaine. And they have played a very clean game, but the turnover, the pick six, and now the big 15-yarder is going to give the Rebels a first down just shy of midfield.
Last play coming up here of this third quarter. And they'll wind the clock actually here, so we probably won't see a play until we come back from break, Steve.
So we have played 3, and the Rebels are still in this football game. Blaine dominated the first half, led it 25-10. Rebels the only touchdown in that third quarter, and that was Muhammad Jallo with the pick six and the extra point. Now it's 25-17. Bengals and Rebels fourth quarter coming up in a moment here on QCTV.
That's what you need.
This is, I really want to stress how important this mural is. It is to bring the community together. I think we've all had some hard life issues, just basic life issues, but then the outside world throws so many things at us all the time. And man, if you can just come in here for 5 minutes and just see this and just suck it in. And
This program is brought to you by QCTV, serving the communities of Andover, Anoka, Champlin, and Ramsey, bringing you year-round live sports coverage, community shows, and government programming. Tune in each week for new local stories, sports, and information in your city to stay up to date with your community. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Quad Cities TV and on X and YouTube at QCTV to stay up to date with your city and to never miss our live shows.
Fourth quarter underway. Tilke first down and 10 Rebels. Just shy of midfield. They're down by 8. Tilke play action. Airing it out right side. Overshoots the intended receiver over there, and that was Tyler Wagner.
Yeah, Wagner had some room, 6'6". He's a big target. They got to him earlier in this game. Had single coverage on the outside. I don't mind going for that, especially on first down at midfield. Trying to see if you can catch the Bengals napping coming out of the timeout.
So they take the shot there. Still second down and 10 near midfield. Wagner's going to split out far to the right. Otherwise, they get it in close to the center. Tilke, the quarterback. And he'll take the snap and hand it off. Not much running room. The Bengals pursuing well along the line of scrimmage. And that is Nelson again, and he was ridden down. Very short gain as he reached midfield. It'll set up third down and long.
Yeah, from about the 50-yard line. Have to assume, maybe not, but you think it might be 4-down territory. You might want to just try to pick up 5-6 yards here. It'll all depend on what they call here, I think, on this down.
Once again, strong left. The sophomore Nelson, the running back, they're going to run the option right side. Tilke calls his number, forces his way inside the 45, dives near the 42, but he needed the 41. Fourth and short coming up.
Boy, that was set up beautifully. It looked like he could have pitched it to the outside, but I like the idea that he kept it and went for himself. It was almost like the Bengals couldn't commit to one or the other, and I'm a big believer in stop the ball on the option. Try to at least stop the quarterback from turning the corner, force him to pitch it to the outside. That time the Bengals didn't really do that.
Fourth and a short yard for the Rebels. Under 11 to go in the fourth. They're down by 8. Tilke under center. I don't think he got it. The Bengals stack him up and drive him back. I don't think he got that 1.5 feet.
This is close because it looked like that far side official gave him the spot that he needed, but then this official on the near side didn't. And so I think this is going to be really close. They're going to say he didn't get it.
Wow. They bring Tilke up under center, and the Bengals stack it up, and the Rebels turn it over on downs. Wow.
Yeah, you really got to tip your cap there as number 56, looked like Evan Lowry Simpson and all came up and made the big play on defense and stacked Tilke. And again, when they never go under center, they sort of telegraph that sneak play.
Lowry Simpson was the man in the backfield first. Now the Bengals try the right side with Sam Shaughnessy. He's still on his feet. First down and more into Rebel territory. That's quite a run. They had it at the 42-yard line. And they take it over midfield all the way down to the Rebel 40-yard line. Gain of 18, move the sticks.
You know, if you're the Rebels, if you don't end up coming back to win this game, you will look at 4 or 5 plays and just go, man, if we could have just made those little plays, the little things, the 4th and inches, the fake punt, the fumble inside your own 10-yard line, the safety in the end zone, all these little things add up.
You would think Shaughnessy is going to have a big say on this drive here. And now they hand it off to Zach Larson, their running back, and he gets a couple off the left side. More importantly, he stays in bounds.
Yeah, that's going to be the key now. You have the 8-point lead. You want to go on a nice drive. There's still time here, but if you can go on a nice 4 or 5 minute drive and get points and make it a 2-possession game, you pretty much put yourself in the driver's seat.
Oh, it is a gain of 2. Ball at the 38-yard line, ball on the far hash. They are working into the breeze, and once again, it is just a light breeze. The flag moving a bit. It has been a delightful night here at Rebel Stadium, Week 6. Here on QCTV, Shaughnessy near side pitches it out. Larson breaks a tackle, fights his way for the first down to the 29-yard line. Well, that was a good, hard run by Zach Larson.
And you have to respect Shaughnessy so much. First of all, yeah, missed tackle right there. They had him in the backfield. Kapitsky had him, just wasn't able to put him away. But you have to respect Shaughnessy's ability to keep it. That's what makes that option play so deadly.
Finally wrestled down by Peter Gwynn, one of the safeties for the Rebels. Coming up on 9 to go, quarter number 4. Bengals led it 9-3 after 1, 25-10 at the half. Now up 25-17. Shaughnessy left side with Nelson. Follows him. Has a first down and more inside the 20. And that is vintage Sam Shaughnessy.
Yeah, it's starting to become the Sam Shaughnessy show for those of you who love alliteration. Here in this fourth quarter, I think this drive is going to be a heavy dose of him. I wouldn't be surprised if he keeps the ball more and more as this drive continues. Even though he's used Larson quite well on this drive, I think as they get closer to that 10-yard line, inside that 5, they're going to want to have their quarterback touch the ball and make the play every single time.
This drive started at their own 42-yard line. 4 straight runs are already at the Rebel 15. Here is Larson for a couple right up the middle before he's wrestled down by Jallo, who had the play of the third quarter, that pick 6.
Yeah, the Rebels defense has tightened up in this second half with the exception of this drive, but they've held down the Bengals in this second half and done what they've needed to do. Gave their offense a fight and chance here, and now the defense has to come up big. We talk turnovers again. This might be another time for that.
Well, the Rebels need a stop. They need to keep the Bengals off the board. We're under 8 to go in the fourth. Shaughnessy again. He'll run the option near side, tuck it under his arm. Has the 10, still on his feet, thrown back. That won't be near a first down. It'll set up third down. Once again, clock continues to move.
And even a field goal here, though, for the Bengals will be fine because that would get you up by 2 possessions. So you can be really conservative here if you want, if you're the Bengals, or you can try to do something super aggressive.
Coming up on 7 to go in the game. Shaughnessy will bring him up. Still plenty of time on the play clock. Zach Larson, the running back, to his left. They have 2 wide receivers left, 2 to the right. They spread it out a little bit. Shaughnessy in trouble, and he's going to get decked back outside the 15-yard line. He had nowhere to go, and the Rebels all over him.
I feel like this had to be a miscommunication here because there was, I don't know what Shaughnessy was looking at or looking for, but he just got swallowed up.
Gunty was there, Bruggers was there, and others. Huge play. Now 4th down, just inside the 15-yard line.
They're going to go for it.
And they are going to go for it. Shaughnessy looks for a play. And the running back, Zach Larson, they're kind of looking over there. And now they're going to take it all the way down. And we'll see if they call a timeout here. And they do. And I don't know if you set up for the field goal here. Boy, this is...
They took it down as far as they could. They take the timeout. They have 6:08 to go in the game. Your kicker's proven he can make it from this distance, but you are kicking into a slight breeze, and it is colder than it was a few hours ago. So maybe that all factors into it for Coach Law.
Yeah, and for Killen, you're at the 15. You take it back to the 21-22. It is 32 into the breeze. And into the breeze. And once again, it's never, I think, added up to be a wind here tonight. But nevertheless, you're right, quite a bit colder. And if you don't get it or you miss, there's always a chance of the block.
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong on that play.
Yeah, you might be just saying to yourself, maybe we like our quarterback better in this spot, but it looks like, and nope, it looks like they are going to try to kick it.
And the kicker is Killen. So Killen on to try. The holder here, Burnett, snap, spot, kick, plenty of leg. It's good, he hammered it. No doubter. Blaine extends their lead to 28-17. Well,
Rebels were bringing the house on the outside. They were playing for the block. Killen hits just a line drive bullet. It was low. I mean, it didn't come out of there just soaring through the air, but this low bullet was just perfect. And yeah, you're right, plenty of leg. I mean, that could have been good from 10 further, 15 further away. What a weapon to have a kicker that you count on late in a game like this.
31-yarder there and a no-doubter. And now it's 28-17, and that's huge. You talked about it at the start of that drive, that Bengals drive. By the way, started at their own 42-yard line. They work the clock a little. They get any points, make it a two-score game. It's going to be really tough for the Rebels.
Yeah, because now the Rebels have to play in basically a 2-minute or a 4-minute offense, and they got to go quickly. Everything's got to be about big chunks and big plays.
Killen will draw this one, taken at the 3-yard line. Rebels set up the return. And they will get it out to about the 30-yard line. And that was Reese George. And he was beat up a little bit earlier in the game, favoring his right leg, but he's able to return it to the 30-yard line, and now the Rebels have to go down and get points right now.
This is where you put it on Preston Tilkey, Luke Gilk, and you just say, hey, guys, we got to make some plays in the passing game. And if you're the Bengals, you know that. So do you pin your ears back here if you're Blaine, or do you kind of move into more of a shell and play some zone?
People hate prevent defense.
That's true.
No one wants to see that.
Well, they go cover two in the defense. They had the two safeties playing back.
Here's Tilkey straight back. Has some time. Now scrambles out of there and has some running room. Over the 40, steps out of bounds. That should be enough for a first down. Stops the clock there. And let's see if they give him the first down at the 40, or they say he went out actually just shy at the 39-yard line. 2nd down and 1.
Well, if they are going to give you cover two and zone looks, you might have some of that room for Tilkey to run. So it's just something to watch for if he takes off a little bit more on this drive.
Tilkey again, straight back. Not much of a rush. He'll step up, run again to the right side. He'll step out of bounds near midfield. More than enough for a first down, and they will give him the midfield strike. So a gain of 11 on the play, and the clock stopped, 5:44 to go. You'll take that all night.
Yeah, they're going to concede that, the Bengals are. And you watch again, they drop into this zone coverage and this cover two defense where the two safeties are playing well back to prevent the big play, but that's allowing the middle to be more open.
Tilkey throws it out to the right. It is caught and knocked out of bounds immediately over there. Tyler Wagner. Wagner, another catch. Coming in just one catch, 6 yards. That's a couple tonight. He's had 2 other targets, I believe.
Yeah, they're trying to get, and he's a big target in this stretch, so this is not a bad idea to go to him in these spots.
Gain of 6. Clock stopped again. 5:40 to go. So far, very efficient for the Rebels. They're going to try the right side. That's starting running back Austin Tucker. And Tucker will get it near the 41-yard line. Very close to a first down. I think they're going to be about a half a yard short.
Yeah, not by much, but it sets up a 3rd down and way short. It's just very, very short.
Remember, of course, that devastating 4th and short that they failed to convert on last drive. Tilke fires it off to the left, caught at the 36-yard line. That is caught immediately down there by Mensos. Preston Mensos, another wide out, and that is a first down.
Well, this is a pretty good 2-minute offense right now being shown by the Rebels, getting chunks. And now you can see they're hustling to the line quickly.
5 minutes counting. Rebels another first down, 36-yard line. Tilke sets up the screen right side. Here's running room at the 20, still on his feet. 10-5, touchdown, Rebels! Austin Tucker off the screen.
Absolutely perfect execution from Champlin Park on this screen pass. They get the blockers out front for Tucker. Tucker almost outruns that coverage, but then he hangs back long enough to cut it upfield, and there's nothing but open space. The Bengals playing that soft defense got burned with that one. Nice job by Preston Tilke executing a near perfect 2-minute drive.
Rebels go 70 yards by my count in 1 minute and 11 seconds. And now they're going to line up for 2. Down 28-23. Tilke goes to his left, tries to cut it back. Near the goal line, fumbled it, won't get there. He came up short. So they go for 2 on that play, but Tilke sets up the screen left, and then Tucker uses his blocking well, and away he goes into the end zone.
Again, that's all about that offensive line doing a nice job of getting out in front. There were 3 big blockers in front of Tucker on that screen, and there was just no Bengals there to touch him for pretty much that entire trip down to the end zone. And again, a great drive by Champlin Park. With a sense of urgency, they run a perfect 2-minute offense. And Blaine kind of got caught flat-footed on that drive, I would argue.
Yeah, and they've got to be thinking, did we use the right strategy, to change up what we've done defensively? Because they had given up the pick 6. That's not on the defense. And they gave up the one big play, the 66-yarder in the second quarter to Preston Nelson. So beyond that, Blaine had, been in the bend, not break mode.
And they've been physical on the line. That time they kind of dropped back and weren't as physical on that possession and allowed Champlin Park to kind of push around the Bengals a bit.
Now the question for the Rebels is, what do? Do you let Swanstrom kick it with the breeze that's starting to pick up a little bit more? And he will kick it away, and this is going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. So Blaine will have it first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line, 4:47 to go. And now they've got to start thinking about ball security because there's still plenty of time.
Plenty of time and plenty of timeouts. The Rebels didn't have to use any timeouts on that possession. So they still have all 3 with 4:47 to go. There's lots of time. Bengals were thinking like you, Steve. They didn't know what was coming on the kickoff. They were anticipating a squib. That one got kicked over their heads.
And as you can see, probably the strongest the wind has been all night. And Evan Swanstrom took advantage of that, so kicked it into the end zone. So now Blaine at their own 20-yard line with 4:47 to go. And they got to think first downs. They're going to toss it left side. And this is the running back, Zach Larson, for a few. And now the Rebels have to think about how they want to use those timeouts. And apparently they're not going to use one at this moment.
I think, they want to try to see if they can stop them here first and force a punt. But obviously, if a first down is got here by the Bengals, then you got to start thinking about it. It's a dangerous thing to think about when you start pitching the ball in this stretch, too. I mean, you don't want to give up who you are offensively, but you don't want to make any dangerous moves with a bad pitch or a bad snap here. This is a crucial crucial stuff for execution for the Bengals.
Coming up on 4 to go in the game, Blaine by 5. Shaughnessy fakes right, goes into the middle of the line. He is stacked up and driven down. A lot of navy blue shirts around that football, including one of the heroes tonight, Muhammad Jallo, who had that pick 6 that got the Rebels right back into the football game. Now it's 3rd down.
And the crowd's got to get into it for the Rebels. They're going to try to get loud for the first time in a while. People standing, student section getting loud as well. This is the big play of the game for the Champlin Park Rebels. If they force a stop, they can force a punt and get the ball back.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. Shaughnessy waits for the snap. Larson to his left. He'll run right side. Tuck it under his arm. 1st down and more. Still on his feet. To midfield and beyond. Put it on the ground. Picked up by the Rebels. Rebels have it back at their own 35-yard line. And picking it up there was Blamo. Milton Blamo picked it up. How about that? Shaughnessy has the 1st down and more. And let's see if it's loose. It is indeed loose before he went down.
Yeah.
And the Rebels are going to have the football.
Yeah, give a game ball to Aaron Briggs right there if the Rebels come back to win this one, because he forces that fumble from Sam Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy, again, ball security is everything. Shaughnessy's going for the home run play, the big galloping stride that he made when he crossed midfield. And did not wrap up and tuck that ball away and allowed Briggs to rip it away.
Now it's Tilke. Tilke's going to throw, and that's blocked down. 2nd down. That got blocked down inside. I think that was Evan Lowry Simpson getting a hand on that.
Boy, what a turn in momentum here, huh?
Yeah, 28-23. When Blaine got that field goal, they're up by 2 scores. Pretty good shape. About 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Champlin Park got it with 5:58 to go and went down the field and 111 and got a touchdown. Here's Tilke rolling right. Has some room. Throws on the run. It is caught. One of his favorite targets over there, Jeremiah Schaefer, hauls it in. It'll now be 3rd down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, when you get into a 2-score advantage like Blaine did, all you had to do was make the Rebels earn it. Make them go on a long drive to get a score. It was just too easy, and now it's just a different game.
3rd down, 2 yards to go. Tilke straight back. Plenty of time over the middle. Almost picked off. Went right by the intended receiver.
That was Mensos, yeah.
Yeah, and it was almost picked off down there by Ashton Matson. Now it's 4th down, and just like that, the ball game comes down to a 4th and 2.
And the Bengals fans, now it's their turn to get loud in a crucial spot.
I'm a little surprised they threw it there on 3rd and 2. But here we go, 4th and 2. Tilke. Man goes in motion, that's Gilk. They're going to roll to that side. Tilke with room. 1st down and more. 40. Somersaults down to the 36-yard line. He goes airborne. Big gainer there.
And that was coming the whole way. They moved Gilk in motion just so they could get that block downfield.
Gain of 17. Still plenty of time. 2:18 to go. Rebels on the march. Down by 5 here at home. Tilke straight back. Throws it left. It is caught. It is caught by Wagner. Wagner another 1st down. And the Rebels are on the march.
Love the decisiveness from Preston Tilke on that pass. 1, 2, 3, balls out. That's what you want to see out of your quarterback at this level, is throwing with confidence and throwing with accuracy in big moments.
Gain of 16. Tilke again. Tilke straight back with time. Over the middle, incomplete. Flags fly. And that could be holding in that spot. We'll see about it. But that was a dangerous throw. And if it's a hold, it's going to mark the Rebels back. Line of scrimmage was actually the the 20, but just outside the 20-yard line.
We'll see what the call is here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has been a light penalty game, Steve, but man, when the penalties have come up, they seem to have come up at big times.
Well, the only good news is it's still first down, but it is now out to the 30-yard line. 1:52 to go in the football game. Rebels down by 5 in the ball. They have a chance. Tilke with running back Nelson. He's under pressure, scrambling around, still on his feet, keeps the play alive, and then he'll just throw it away. Nelson was in the vicinity. It won't be grounding. There are no flags on the play. It'll be a second down.
That was a Houdini act from Preston Tilke to get away from that, because it looked like he was going to be sacked on 3 different occasions there. Able to get rid of the ball in front of an eligible receiver. No chance at grounding, and you get a chance to reset this play.
Rebels with 2 timeouts.
I mean, great pursuit that time. I mean, C.J. Sanderson had him twice.
Actually, Rebels have all 3 timeouts.
That's right.
Bengals have 2. Second down and 20. Ball at the 30-yard line. Tilke with the sophomore Nelson. Nelson inside handoff with room. 25. Fights his way down to the 22-yard line. Clock on the move. So he gets a gain of 8 on that dash up the middle. Once again, a field goal doesn't do him any good.
Timeout taken.
Rebels take the timeout. Now both teams with 2 remaining. So now you're getting into that spot where you got a third down play, third down and about 10. And you got to think about 2 things. Yes, you want to get the touchdown, but you got to get a new set of downs as well.
Defensive coordinator Matt Smoody for Blaine is going to have to be thinking, hey, you know what? They still have to get in the end zone. All we have to do is defend this area. As long as we keep them out of the painted field, we're fine. So keep them, keep everything in front of you here.
Blaine 28-23.
Kind of a fun one here tonight, huh,
Yeah,
Steve?
no doubt. It has been a wild one. A lot of big plays. Blaine led it 9-3 after 1, 25-10 at the half, 25-17 after 3. Here it is, 28-23, 1:29 to go, third down. And 10 yards to go, 21-yard line. Tilke waits for the snap, gets it. There's a rush on. He's in trouble, scrambling around, finds room to the end zone. Jump ball incomplete. 2 receivers in the near corner looking for that one. And that time it was Mensos, and he couldn't come up with it. Now 4th down.
They had a receiver there. Again, Tilke escapes, throws it on the run. This is not bad. It is playable.
Through his hands. That would have been an amazing catch.
Yeah.
For old-timers, remember Dwight Clark?
Oh, that had a lot of feel for that right there, yeah.
That would have been like something like that, going way up high, trying to haul it in.
It was a good effort from Mensos. That almost was a miraculous play.
4th down and 10. Gilk in motion, rolling right. Tilke on the run, 4th down. Ball game on the line to the end zone. That's got to be interference. It is. The hit came early.
And Gilk was wide open long before that. And I thought Tilke missed him. And Blaine bails him out with this one.
Tilke keeps it alive, throws it toward Gilk.
Wow, that's close.
That was really close, but they ruled the collision came before. Let's see for sure, but it looks like it'll be interference on Blaine. And that would be a first down for the Rebels with 1:13 to go in the game.
Gilk was open long before that ball got there. I thought for sure Tilke was going to see him earlier than that.
Tilke was probably more concerned about keeping the play alive and not getting dropped for a loss because it was the ball game.
You're right. Let's see what the call is here from the official.
There is a lot of talk about it. The officials have met.
Defensive pass interference, number 12. After this to the goal line, the ball will be placed at the 10.5, will be 4.5 yards.
So Ashton Matson
But this is the weird thing where it's not an automatic first down. It's going to be fourth again, I think. Because
we
put up
we
the
went
fourth
through
time.
this
We
in a
did
game
this
earlier
earlier where
this
we
year.
were.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
I mean, that is beyond the sticks. And like I say, it doesn't create an automatic first down.
Now they've put the one up, but you saw the ref put the fist up to indicate fourth. So did they make this? I guess I'm not sure. They still have it fourth on the scoreboard,
so
and now fourth again.
Fourth down and 1 yard to go. They're going to pack it in, and the Rebels, I believe, are going to use a timeout. No, Blaine is going to take a timeout and talk it over.
So they didn't get the automatic first, and nor was the 15 yards enough to give them the first.
Yeah, so it was what it looks like to me, and we didn't have the ref mic'd in that moment, but what it looks like, it's fourth and short after the penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it would be.
They still need, and that's why the Rebels, when they came out, they lined up with everybody packed in that goal line situation. Everybody brought in full house backfield to get that 1 yard. Now remember, Blaine had a stop.
That's true.
Earlier in this game on fourth and very short.
It's a weird thing, too, because I just don't know if I love the fact that a personal foul can be committed without an automatic first. It's just so... I mean, I understand it. I understand because you don't want to necessarily change games on these things, but it's crazy.
Yeah, and that gets into the spot of the foul thing, too.
Absolutely.
And where they mark it. But what we have is 4th and 1 on the 11-yard line, and they don't need much.
No, they don't.
And Tilke is going to come up under center. 1:13 to go. Job one for the Rebels.
Full house.
Get the first down. Full house backfield. They are going to hand it off.
Oh, I don't know.
And did he get what he needed?
Might have got the good spot.
Yep. And they are going to give forward progress. And the ball carrier there was Schornstein.
That is so close, but Schornstein.
Schornstein here to his left.
Yep, just
forward progress to the 10.
Good job by the officials.
Now first down at the 10. Clock running, under a minute to go in the game. Rebels down by 5. They'll hand it off. Left side at the 10, cutting it back. Tucker has a few. Remember, the Rebels have timeouts.
And they'll take one here, it looks like. 42 seconds to go. They're second of the half, so the scoreboard needs to update that. I think they have one left. Scoreboard says they have 2, but I think they have 1.
I agree. So this drive started at the 39-yard line after the fumble recovery. And now the Rebels knocking on the door with a chance to pull out an improbable win. Down by 2 scores with 5:58 to go in the game. They just absolutely extraordinary.
Just a really a wild 6 minutes and a near apocalyptic 6 minutes for Blaine. Could not have played this last 6 minutes any worse, I think, than they have. But it can all be saved here with a goal line stop.
So the ball on the 7-yard line. It is 2nd and goal from the 7. Tilke, incomplete. Fired it to the near sideline, incomplete. 40 seconds to go, but most importantly, 3rd and goal.
They found something they like with Wagner, the big 6'6" wide receiver. They are targeting him often here in this 4th quarter.
Wagner coming in, just 1 catch. But once again, the ball is at the 7-yard line. Time doesn't appear to be a problem now with 40 seconds to go. What is a problem is the Rebels have 2 shots, barring a penalty, to win the game. Tilke waiting for the snap. Tilke tucks it under his arm, in trouble, stays alive inside the 5 to maybe the 4. It'll be 4th and goal from there. Somehow he got out of that in the backfield, a Houdini act.
Yeah, he's done some really magical things as Tilke to keep some plays alive here.
Wow.
They'll take the last time out, and now it all comes down to one play here with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, barring a penalty, Tilke got out of that and still got to the 4. So it is now 4th and goal. And quite a finish to this football game.
All right, Coach Thompson, what do you want to do here? 4th and goal, you're at the 4-yard line. What are you thinking? Do you like putting it in your quarterback's hands and keeping it, or do you want to throw it?
I would think with the ball here on the near hash, you'd want to roll him out to the right and give him options. Keep the play alive as long as he can. But I think you got to have the ball in Tilke's hands and kind of that run-pass option, if you will, on the move.
That may be the move. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what they do. It is Tilke with Tucker in the backfield. 4th and goal, 31 seconds left. Tilke's going to roll to the right. He's going to throw to the end zone. Knocked away! It's knocked away! And that was Matson. And Blaine will hang on for the win.
Boy, I thought there was room for Tilke to run off that bootleg. Great call, Steve. I love the idea of rolling him to the outside, and there was room. And then I thought right there he was going to go, but he decides to throw. But I think he's a little late on this throw to Mensos. Great coverage by Matson. He sees the throw and bats it away, and the Bengals make the goal line stand.
Well, they make that stop earlier in the half on a huge 4th down play, and then Matson bats it away. And it looks like the Bengals will survive and go to 4-2.
Still got to get a snap here, and we've seen crazy things already this season on QCTV from back in these types of down and distances. But, boy, I'll tell you what, the Rebels gave it a go in the second half, and really – this 4th quarter, boy, Champlin Park gave the Bengals all they wanted.
Yeah, what a football game tonight. 9-3 Bengals after 1, 25-10 at the half, 25-17 after 3. Here we are, 28-23, and the Rebels had a shot to win the football game here at home on senior night.
That reaction from Ashton Tucker, I think, says everything on the bench. The young junior, you fight like mad to have a chance, and that's all you want is a chance, and that's just a tough one to take for the Rebels. And if the Bengals can just secure this ball and take a knee, they will get a win and get to 4-2. Another action on QC. Andover rolling over St. Francis right now. They were up 35-7 at the half.
And 5A appears to be wide open this year as well. And Shaughnessy takes a snap, takes a knee. Neither team has any timeouts. And that will do it. The Blaine Bengals survive to move to 4-2 with a 28-23 win over Champlin Park. What a 4th quarter.
That's about as wild a 6 minutes as you're going to get. And you got to have it for free here tonight. How good is that if you were watching on QCTV? The Bengals get the big win that they needed. Some things that, Sam Shaughnessy threw a pick and had a big fumble in the second half. But other than that, I thought he played a pretty darn good football game up to this point. And a really furious comeback by Tilke and the Rebels. They just come up short tonight.
They were down 25-10 at the half and didn't quit. You got to give the Rebels a lot of credit. They showed a fight tonight. They nevertheless fall to 2-4. 2 weeks to go in the regular season. Champlin Park on the road at Centennial, and then a matinee at Lakeville South on MEA weekend. Meanwhile, the Blaine Bengals head home for their final 2. They get Coon Rapids next Thursday night, and then a week from Thursday, MEA, they will play the Shakopee Sabres. They're a powerhouse in a matinee on that Thursday of MEA. Well, a great job by our crew tonight, led by Ryan Mush. Always great to work with you, Tim. You've had to put up with me a lot this fall.
You and I getting a lot of time together.
Yeah,
this is kind of fun.
And football, it's wild.
Denny's on you after the game.
Hey, I'll tell you what. This was a good finish tonight. Blaine beats Champlin Park 28-23. I'm Steve Thompson. Have a great weekend.